Hello YouTube, how are you doing? There's nobody here yet. It's just me and you. This is a first, isn't it? Normally you guys are very late to the whole thing, but today, #1 viewers apparently. No webcam, it's all knackered, so I've decided I'm just going to get rid of it, leave it off on the side. It'll be fine. We don't really need it, do we? No, it's fine. Let's have a little sip of the old tea. Very nice. He says, making weird, wet, hacking noises into the microphone. I'm sure there are plenty of people who found that most distressing. Let's just change the text scaling so if anyone does come and watch, they can see what we're doing. And then let's get on that keyboard and have a little look around. Ooh, we're under siege. I'd completely forgotten about that, but now that I see it at the top left of the screen, how could I deny it? Definitely a siege going on. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to test our military, although if I remember rightly, there weren't exactly oceans of enemies mucking around out there. It was just a little, tiny little incursion. Just a teeny weeny little border dispute. Nothing too serious. If we look up here, we've got people training in the top barracks. Nobody training in the... Oh no, people are training in the top and the bottom barracks. Bottom barracks sounds like something... Well, it sounds rude, doesn't it? Sounds like it's something to do with bum-bums. Hello, Ravelin. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Where were we? Oh, yes, just doing a little walkthrough of the facility, if you would allow such crass modern terms. Everything's going along nicely here. We're starting to get the adamantine out. Oh, yes, adamantine, of course. Very exciting. Maybe I should just skip all this boring near the top stuff and go all the way down to the deep mines immediately and check out what we're doing. Ah, yes. Okay. So, we dug out this lower area here, which can be filled with water, hopefully to the tune of a depth of 2, which should be coming from, if you focus here on this little channel. Oh, yeah, they won't dig here. They appear to be convinced there's some sort of water-based nonsense going on there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just... okay, let's go here. We'll dig over next to where the other one is, because presumably that's not too bad. And then there, yeah, we're going to do the stairs. We'll go up there, and then we'll reconnect like that, and hopefully it'll all be fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's let things start up again. Let's see how they fare with this little bit of order. Because they refuse to dig up. Maybe they'll dig across and up. It's plausible. Then again, maybe we will discover an indoor cave lake that we didn't know was there before. It's also entirely possible. It's going to take them a while to get there, isn't it, though? I mean, to be honest, if they're going to breach the cave lake, they're going to breach it, and then at the point they breach it, there's going to be nothing I can do about it. So, and the game will probably pause. So, do I really need to sit here nursing the digging? I suppose it makes sense to wait for them to do a little bit of it, just to check they can go up a floor here. Otherwise, we may have to bring the corridor all the way round this stairwell to the other side, and then back round once we're above. It's a lot of faff. It's an incredible amount of faff, but you know what? This fortress has had faff in it before. It's got more faff than faff-laffle, which is like falafel, but made entirely of faff. It's also fictional. Well, you can trust me on that. I made it up myself. Let's keep going down here. Part of me wants to start channeling down immediately. Excuse me, I've gone the wrong way here, haven't I? Keep going down. There we go. What my theory is, right, is once we start channeling, we start on the outer edges, dig through, and turn all of this load into obsidian around it, and then start digging in from the outside till we get to here. Then we smooth, we fortify, and we see what's what. I think if I fortify and smooth these 2 bits in the middle, or this outer bit and this outer bit, there's no way we can miss a tunnel into hell, so to speak. And that's nice. That's a good thing. Should I... is it better with the camera replacement or without the camera replacement? There's a lot of dead space there with that out of focus dwarf therapist, isn't there? Well, we'll think about it. Anyway, let's unpause again, because somehow we've ended up paused. Oh, hello. Cancel digging, damp stone located. I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. What could possibly go wrong? Come on. Come on. Diggly wiggly. Diggly wiggly woo doo doo doo. You actually can do this? I have to unpause it, don't I? We are going to have to sit here and nurse the proceedings. They'll be fine, though. They'll get through. They'll manage it. There we go. More dirt. Sorry, more damp stone, rather. Oh my god, there's a never-ending supply of damp stone. What are they doing to this stone? There we go. Keep digging. Keep digging. Get to those stairs and go straight up, please. If you wouldn't mind. I reckon they do mind, don't they? These little dwarves do mind. Oh, hello. No, this is good. They're doing the same. Interesting. I didn't fit a lever. Look how narrowly we missed that cavern layer. Look how, well, the first time, how narrowly we missed that cavern layer. That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water. Oh dear. Okay, well, I asked what the worst that could happen was, and it would seem the universe was listening, for it has come forth with an answer. What's the name of this brave soul about to be battered against the rocks by high-pressure water? Cadol Amos Dolush. Poor old Cadol. I mean, I don't mean to exaggerate here, but I think you may be fucked. Pretty badly fucked at that as well. Then again, does this... Yeah, it probably goes to the edge of the screen. Yeah, it does. It's an infinite water source. Hoo boy! Hoo boy! Let's use this moment here to empty out all of the designations we've made, because obviously these are incredibly redundant now. They have absolutely no value to us whatsoever. In fact, they even have negative value. They remind us of the failings of my planning regime. It's an embarrassment, a shame, a horror, a real bum deal. Struggling for words there. Did someone say something in chat? I don't know what's happening, but that seems suboptimal. I would say suboptimal. I would say only optimal in terms of destroying the fortress. Actually, no. Even in those circumstances, it's not optimal. There are more thorough ways to destroy the fortress. This is only going to flood the fortress to the depth of the third cavern layer. So, on the one hand, great. On the other, we need to deal with this really quickly, otherwise it's going to prevent us from getting that adamantine ever. Which is not really how long I want it to be prevented for. Ideally, I would like it not prevented at all. So, with that in mind... Oh, don't press those buttons, scoundrel. You know they're not the right buttons. We've been here before. We've had this discussion with ourselves. We've said, do you want to touch that button? The question mark button? And first time you go, yeah, okay, let's touch it. And then you slap your own hand away and go, no! We do not touch the question mark button. For fuck's sake, how many times do I have to mention this? That's true. I mean, in a way, let's be thankful that it's the bottom cavern layer that has been pierced, and as such, other cavern layers will be alright. Also, we might have a chance to get a floodgate in here, and even build a wall across here, actually. Let's try that. Let's see. Let's put both options on the table. So, build X for a floodgate. We'll bosh that in there, and then we'll also say, build constructed wall, and we can make it like that. There, right? Holy shit, I've just had an epiphany. We only need to put the wall there and everything's fine. Oh, bear with me a moment. I've just realised I have less troubles than I thought I did. Excellent. Excellent? That's not even a word. Okay, here we go. Let's build that wall. Build that wall. Here it goes. It's a one-spot wall made out of granite. Why not? That's what I say. And it can just sit there. Yeah, hopefully someone will come down and build it before everybody dies, I should probably come up a bit further. We've unpaused it just for a second. Here comes the water. There does appear to have been a little bit of blood spilt. Oh, it's a smear of rattlesnake blood. Interesting. Well, Cadol, Townborn, well done. What an evasion. Right, let's follow this lad and see what happens. We're just going to unpause. He's charging down the stairs. Fantastic. He's made it here. He's made it this far. Will he be the one to build the wall? Because it would be good if it was. He is not going to be the one to build that wall. Let's come back down here. Click on the wall. Needs wall/floor construction. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we have people allowed to do that. Now, provided this doesn't get more than 2 deep before someone builds that wall, we're good. If it does get more than 2 deep, then there are problems. There are significant problems. I mean, I could build a wall here, which would be pretty effective in protecting us from the madness. But that water is looking significantly deeper than I would like it to be, and I note that is a bottleneck there. If that's going to get really deep really quickly, isn't it? Are these connected? They are connected. So what we can do is we can pull this lever, okay, and that'll open these 2 floodgates and hopefully mean that the water will pass through long enough that it won't build up to be deeper than 2. That's the dream. I mean, if we're really lucky, it doesn't look like it because it's already at 7 depth. If we're really lucky, this will spread out fast enough that it will start evaporating before it can get any further, like a big evaporation chamber. But again, my optimism is somewhat tempered here. Don't entomb yourself, you fool! Oh, Besmar. I mean, your sacrifice is on point. But hopefully someone will flip that switch before he drowns. Could someone come down here and flip it? I need a switch flipper. I need somebody to save the hero of the hour. Good old what's his face. Besmite's already at 4 and 5. He's going to have trouble. As soon as that's at 7, it's at the ceiling and he's in breath holding time. Look at that, the force is so strong it's washing boulders down. Oh, bollocks, says he, for the Reaper has come. Oh dear. Disaster. Yep. Besmar on the way out. Besmar handle chapels. And I'm guessing he's not got long for this world. Right? If he's not, even if he's not already dead. I mean, it could well already be dead. Someone's come to flick the lever. Can he get out? Is Besmar safe? Will Besmar be freed? Besmar, do it! No, he's being mashed up by the boulders in the water flow. He's made it out! Oh, incredible. Incredible stuff there, Besmar. Well done. The hero of the hour. Let's pull that lever again. There we go. That's what we want to see. A bit of lever pulling. Close it off. As long as we're careful and keep it shallow, I feel like we could be okay. Come on. Come on. Give me that sweet 2 deep. That's what I want. Numeral 2, not T-double-O. And when's it going to close? I think it's going to close too early, isn't it? All the water that's through is going to evaporate. Now, somebody was saying set it up with pressure plates that trigger at 2 deep water, which we would probably want over here, right? Or would we want it somewhere a bit closer? Hard to say. Those gates have been blocked by fucking boulders. What a fucking pain in the arse. Okay. Hello, Alchemedes. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You catch us at a potentially pivotal point in the fortress's history. This could be the moment that the fortress succumbs to an Atlantean-style ending, or we have another moment of grand heroism. Now, DBD. Urgently, we need to dump these bad boys. Those bad boys need to be dumped. And to facilitate that, I'm going to provide a dumping stockpile right outside, right next to them. So let's say escape I. We're going to make a zone Right there. Just the right size. And we're going to turn it into a dump. There we go. This might result in a win. But we're already 1s and 2s over here. It's 4s and 5s behind the gates. Will they even shut? That's the question. Will they even shut once moved? I feel like the lever needs pulling again, doesn't it? Let's do it. Let's add a pull now order to that lever. Come on, boys. Get those boulders out of there before the fortress fills up. Oh, fuck the baby llama. What the... Come on. We're already too deep to work. Look, it's 3s, 2s, 1s. Ah, dear. Our dreams of adamantine are beginning to die. Die! Oh no, we do have a second adamantine chamber over here that we could potentially rescue with a wall build. Is anyone coming to do the dumping orders? I feel like the water's made it too late, right? Let's build a wall in here. Build that wall. B, capital C, W. And I think we'll just bung it here, right? That makes the most sense. Bosh, out of the local materials. Whatever. Let's get this bad boy built, shall we? Oh, hello, someone's pulled the lever again. Will that result in a closure? Or are my dreams hopelessly naive? Naif? Naivete? Nope, nope, those boulders must be removed before... Ah, God. What a problem. What a problem. I mean, why aren't they being moved just that little bit further by the flow? That's what I don't know. Look, here come more boulders. More bastard boulders. Bunging up all the tubes. Oh, crap. Okay, somebody come up and build that wall. You've got a little while. I'm going to wait for the water to rise just a smidge. Excuse me, bloody hell. Sorry, just a smidge, not a snidge. Come on. Come on, people, get down here. Do that wall. It's pretty important. It's going to prevent the fortress from flooding entirely. Well, it's not, you know what I mean. It's not going to entirely prevent the flooding. That's daft. That's hopeless dreaming. Then again, can a floodgate be installed from above? No, I can't channel. What is it with you people and standing on the wrong side of a fucking wall you're building? Domas rampart routes. We had a hero save the day a moment ago, and you've just fucking spat in the face of his legacy. Look at what you've done. You walled yourself in. You're not a hero, you're an idiot. Okay, we have to demolish this wall. Build. No, it's not build, is it? It's designate. C. No. N. Hey, that's the one. There we go. Somebody come and remove that construction, please, because presumably he won't manage to do it. There'll be some perpegacity that prevents him from actually doing what he could do to save his own life. Are we doing this now? Are you going to deconstruct that, or is someone else going to come along and have to do it? Because this is... Excuse my excited breath. What's going on here? The floodgates have closed. Oh, this is perfect. This is just what we needed to see. Oh, thank God he's saved. And the water isn't significantly higher than the working depth. We only need to remove a little bit of water and we're good. Why are you staying here? Come on, Domas. Come on, Domas. This is a happy day. It's not time to start weeping in a corridor. Is this about that shit I said? Come on, Domas. Get over it. Fuck's sake. Okay. Honestly, if you build a wall by entombing yourself, you deserve all the drowning you can get. I mean, it baffles me, for sure. It baffles me that he sits there going, this is a job well done. I'm so glad I did it this way. So, if we take a little look down here, there's some fannying around that needs to be done. The area of this room needs to be expanded ever so slightly. Just a teensly weensly little bit. And you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that by doing this. I'm going to get my miners in. I'm going to say, just dig out this area here. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. What an amazing strategy. What a 10,000 IQ plan. Incredible. Surely no other human being could dream to have strategies this amazing. Maybe they could. Maybe they could dream. I'll allow them a dream. But, actually seriously suggesting it's possible Madness. True, utter madness. Okay, now we just have to wait for our picky boys to get down here, and I think what I'm going to do is channel these bits out 2 or 3 at a time, just to try and make sure we hit that 2 deep sweet spot, as in numeral 2 again, rather than T-double-O, because obviously T-double-O deep, that's too deep, far too deep. Anyway, yeah, once it's too deep, we can channel it, and then, well, I've realised when you channel and there's magma below and it's 7 deep, that's effectively directly underneath the floor level that you're channeling out, and so my fluid is only dropping 1 fluid level rather than an entire Z level. So theoretically it shouldn't reduce the depth of my water chamber too much, right? Question mark? Query? I don't know. I feel like maybe I should install a floodgate here that can more conveniently prevent overflow if we accidentally get those floodgates jammed up again though, right? That makes sense. Well, hey, look at this, we're at 40 frames a second. I think Auto Butcher may have saved the day here. This may have extended the life of the fortress significantly. Ooh, look at those sweet channels. Ooh, oh baby. Channel, please. Good stuff. We've got more than 1 miner on the case now. This little task should fly by. Come on, boys. At 40 frames a second, this should be happening a lot faster. Mind you, looking at it, we're going to get a 3rd miner down here if they can get there in time. That'll be good. I would like a 4th or a 5th, but that's getting a bit too optimistic, isn't it? I think they're going to be done before this guy gets here. There we go. There we go, grats. Well done. Clever dwarves. Where are you going? That's better. Right, I'm going to say DH for a channel, and priority 1. Actually, it doesn't matter, this little bit here. But I'm going to go priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. Alright then, fuck you. Priority 3, priority 4, priority 5, priority 6, priority 7. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see how that little strip of madness pays out. No, they're going to be standing when they get channeled out, aren't they? You fucking papags. You going to keep digging? There we go. Diggly wiggly. We're still not down to 2 deep on each, are we? And again, I'll just do this. There we go. Not priority 7. Or will priority 7 be enough? Will they come down and dig it? Of course they will. Not a problem. Priority 7, oui. Or indeed, if I were to use the English, yes. Here we go. More digging. No, I don't want digging. I want channeling. Channeling's the word. Oh, look, they can move around down here relatively freely. Can they dig on the 3 depth? Starting to wonder if they can dig on the 3 deep. Now let this channel order be done, and we'll put 1 order in this top right corner and see what happens. We'll see how it pans out. Oh, ugh. Everything was just right. Everything was going perfectly well. And then I had to fuck it up, didn't I? I had to be a complete spam handler. Jesus Christ. Farts! Oh, well. It was looking good up until the point that I fucking ruined it. What a fart gobbler. You know what I could do, though? You know what I could do? And I know this is deemed to be heretical cheating. I could just type die into DF hack and reload from the previous save. I mean, what's so bad about your fortress crashing, right? I mean, it's like free time travel, right? It's free time travel. What are we doing? How many have we actually got? Is it just you, Archimedes and Ravelin? It's just you two. If you don't tell anybody, it'll be fine, won't it? If you can keep your fucking mouth shut, we'll be okay. Nobody will be any the wiser, right? That's little scheme just among ourselves, yeah? Chunky Nut. Alright, Chunky Nut. Well, I know where you live, Chunky Nut, so if you start breaking silence on this little conspiracy, maybe there'll be some repercussions. Who knows? Maybe you'll find a little envelope filled with dog shit in your letterbox. How about that? I mean, obviously, it's going to have to be a fairly small dog in order to get it in an envelope without someone posting it, realising what's in there. Chihuahua shit. Maybe I'll have to go smaller even. Maybe it's got to be some kind of guinea pig. Hamster? Mouse. At the point you get smaller than mouse droppings, though, it becomes ambiguous to people receiving the shit as to whether or not you actually sent them shit or an empty envelope that just happens to have a speck of something, potentially some kind of small insect or tiny rodent shit. I don't know. I mean, you guys will know, obviously, but you'd never grass me up. I mean, why would you? What possible reasons could you have apart from those threats I've just been dishing out? But of course, you're going to ignore those. You're going to ignore the threats. But what do we say? What do we say? Are we going to turn around and we're going to look death in the eye and say, not today, as Arya's sword trainer taught her, as he taught her the dance of the swords? Or are we going to say, alright then, fucking drown everybody, why not? Like they did up at, old Iron Isles. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works, isn't it? They get Lily Allen's brother and they partially drown him? I think that's how it works. Well, this lever here is absolutely redundant now, isn't it? I'm just waiting for somebody in chat to either be a fellow conspirator or to say, how dare you? How dare you even consider this outright heresy? The Church of Dwarf Fortress, that's now what's going to happen, is Tarn Adams is going to send me little crayon drawings of dog shit. Can I not just wall it off? I can wall this chamber off. Gyaha says everybody gets one. Is that right? Am I pronounced that right? I feel like I may have gone a little bit too syllabic on that. Gyaha! Which sounds a bit too Mario, doesn't it? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Sorry for making fun of your name. Not bad fun. Not like pointing fingers fun. As in, aren't we all laughing together? Ho, ho, ho. I hope we are laughing together. I hope I haven't accidentally done a bully. That would be really horrible. That would really ruin my evening. Where was I? Fucking hell. We could wall this bit off here for sure. This chamber the fortress can be protected. That's not what's at issue here. What's at issue is this delightfully spidery vein of adamantine sitting in the magma below. That's what we're going for. Gyaha, Orchimedes and Chunky Nut all seem to be vaguely hinting at it being okay to call a mulligan on this one. And you know what? Much as it's going to bring ire in the Discord channel, fuck it. Oh no! Dwarf Fortress crashed! Oh, such tragedy has not been wrought upon mankind since the days of Noah's flood. Oh, woe is me. How will I ever cope with the time that I've lost invested in that fortress? Shh. Remember, everybody? Silence. We are now all sub rosa, beneath the seal of the rose. We are in a position where we have entered into a co-conspirators. Co-conspirators? That's not a thing, is it? I was about to say a conspiracy, then I thought there must be a fancier way of saying that, surely. And then I failed. Oh dear, this is probably an omen for where this is going, right? This is probably an omen that says, this isn't going to work out how you wanted, scoundrel. First of all, Dwarf Fortress has decided to say fuck you regarding reloading. I can see a digital middle finger raised up right in front of me here. It's not good. This may end up turning into a Blender stream or something instead, which I must admit, not a problem for me. I love Blender, but it doesn't really sit well with the Dwarf Fortress community, I've noted. Even when you're making Dwarf Fortress artifacts, it doesn't quite have the same level of pull. Okay, this appears to have gone horribly wrong. Let's try launching Dwarf Fortress once again. Bear with me, here we go, clicky clicky. Forces of fate. I laugh in your face. Look at me. Obviously, the viewers, you can't look at me, and you can't even see Dwarf Fortress yet, but trust me, everything is going fantastically well. Swimmingly. Let's go back to the home screen quickly and see if that sorts anything out. Oh, arse candles. What's going on now? Why is OBS rebelling against me? What have I done, OBS? Do you not like the way I've been talking to people in my stream? Do you feel that I've perhaps been a little harsh on them? Well, you know what, OBS? I know where you live too. I've got your GitHub address. You fucking watch out, or I'll be prowling through your code with my fingers, inserting intentional bugs. How do you like that, OBS? Quaking in your boots yet? You can't even wear boots. You're just software. Oh God, I'm doing it again. I'm a horrible bully. I can't help it. I'm taking the mick out of people's names. Not really taking the mick, but you know what I mean. And then I'm sitting here actually bullying a piece of software. It's unacceptable. I'm going to get in deep shit for this. Why are you not appearing in Dwarf Fortress? How about we go to Dwarf Therapist? Well, we can see Dwarf Therapist. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Dwarf Therapist. Happy to play along. And bing, there we go. We can look at all of our dwarves' duties and thoughts. Can we see them walking around the world? Fuck no. No. Calm now. Why would this be possible? Maybe I should see what Conan thinks. Give me a bit of a hand here. What should I do? Oh, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say the same bloody thing. Smash your enemies, didn't before you, hear the lamentation of their women. Well, it so happens here my opposition is a piece of software. It's a streaming tool. It doesn't have any women. It's a genderless mathematical construct. God, why did I go to fucking Conan for advice? Probably because the only other person I can make pop up on my screen is H.P. Lovecraft, and not sure I want to be taking any of his advice right now. Or ever, to be honest. He seemed like a bit of a grumpy racist, didn't he? Let's just take a moment to see if I can do something in the background here. I'm going to press the old... Oh, they've changed the buttons. Oh, why did I update? What have I done? Studio mode. Here we go. I'll pop into studio mode. You can enjoy my little smoke simulation in the background. It's garish, I know, but whatever. Whatever. Green and purple, they go together. Honestly, check it out. Just look it up. Anyway, where was I? Sorry. DF source. Why aren't you working? What if I press this button? Is that going to work? How about if I double click on this? And then say, click on that. And then click on this. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Sorry, it's getting a bit jazzy. Oh, calm down. Ah, there we go. Let's get my face out of the way. It's not necessary. It's entirely You know the word I want to say, right? You know the word I'm looking for. superflous. Superfluous. There we go. Probably spelled that wrong. Probably said superflouse. But that's fine. That's fine. What's a couple of spelling errors between friends, eh? What's a couple of spelling errors between a couple of chums like us? A couple of people on the old internet just having a chinwag. Okay, so let's unfuck this situation. Well, actually, we're not really unfucking it, are we? We've already done the unfucking, and now we need to avoid the fucking that we received before. So we need to make this an entirely fuckless scenario, which I feel is doable. That's the one I was looking for. That's the one, Rambling. Right, let's zoom in a bit. Let's make the text a little bit more legible for those watching at home. Is that all good? Everyone like that? Is that fine on your eyes? You're doing good? Very quiet in here this evening, isn't it? I had to start threatening to put dog shit through people's letterboxes to get anyone to chat up in the chat. That's okay though. You guys relax, kick back, take it easy. Don't get too excited. Now, obviously, we're not going to repeat the mistake we made last time. We're going to have a little bit more care, and we're also going to come up a few Z levels, so we're out of the level of the water. And I feel like we need to take an exploratory corridor off of this little area here, bring it back round, and attempt to penetrate the cavern at a more reasonable location, which isn't going to flood the fortress. Whereupon, we will wall it off and forget about it, because, you know what? I don't need caverns. I don't need their bullshit. I don't need forgotten beasts rampaging through my fortress. I've got big enough troubles as it is. There's a siege on. There isn't a siege on. What's happened to the siege? Where's the siege? There's supposed to be a marauding horde of goblins outside. Well, okay, there are 5 goblins outside. I don't think I've been ever as militarily underwhelmed as this before. Anyway, sorry, for a moment there I got lost in a reverie. I do apologise. How rude of me. I've summoned you all here and said, look at me, oh, aren't I cool, look at me. And now I'm sitting here going silent for literal moments. That's unforgivable. Someone should round me up and shoot me. Right, let's get rid of all the stuff that I've designated already. There we go. Come on. Come on, remove it all. Quick as you can. Why is it not removing? Now it will remove. Hooray! There we go. Up a floor or 2 here. There we go. Very nice. Very tight. Tight? What am I doing? Why am I talking in weird, nondescript European accents? I feel like that might be a condition. I might need to speak to my mental health professional. Ideally not one of the Fortress's mental health professionals. I mean, it's good enough for the dwarves to become an atomised paste under a falling piece of masonry where every time they feel a little bit sad. But me, I'm a delicate boy. I need looking after. I'm a tender, delicate flower blowing in the breeze. You can't fucking smash me under a great big drawbridge. That wouldn't do me any good at all. Certainly wouldn't cure my sadness, like it does for dwarves. Nothing will cure a dwarf's maladies quicker than a falling piece of stone. Lovely. Psychology pate, I call it. Perhaps somewhat ill-advisedly. I reckon there's probably somebody out there who will hear me say that and go, that's not very helpful, scoundrel. Why you gotta be a dick? And I'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was being a dick. But you did have an inkling, didn't you? Yeah, I did have an inkling. And you still said it, didn't you? Yeah, I did. And then I'll realise my folly, and all of the work I have wrought on the internet will come undone before my eyes, lubricated by the tears on my cheeks. Won't that be a fun time? Everybody happy with that? Everybody excited for that day to come? Why am I saying these things? Since when has there been a Spelunky 2? I've never played Spelunky 1. I have been occasionally drawn to it. I've played old Cave Blazers, which I feel is a similar format of game, but I've never played Spelunky. RNG, I believe. Oh, what a deliciously cool bit of water. I don't think either cucumbers or the Fonz could match these levels of coolness. Anyway, there we go. So, what's my real plan here? First of all, I feel like I need to be very careful around here. This was my second moment of madness that caused the reset. So we need to be very aware of digging above the floodgates that already have been installed. Ah, okay. So you're a fan, I see. I actually have quite a few games I need to get through. God, I know. I'm just going to take a quick moment to divert from Dwarf Fortress. And I know some of you here will be going, oh, not again. What is this fucking man on about? Constantly pausing Dwarf Fortress and diverting himself along wild tangents. I think this week there's probably going to be quite a bit more daytime streaming. Well, I say quite a bit more. It's going to be a couple more daytime streams. It's my birthday on Wednesday. So I'm not intending to do like a lot of streaming, but there might be a bit of streaming because for my birthday I'm doing some multiplayer gaming. Fingers crossed. Well, there will be at least 2 people playing. That much I'm certain of. But of course, games like Barrow Trauma, not really. 2 people isn't quite enough, is it? Doesn't quite scratch the itch. But there are other games I need to get through. I've got to get through this Vampire Coteries of New York as well, which I got a code for. Looking pretty good, I have to say. Although there is some language in it that made me prickle a little bit. I read it and went, is that possibly the best phrasing for that? But hey, who am I to say? I don't know. I've still got to complete Death Stranding. I definitely want to play that on my birthday. I want my Kojima cake. Sorry, I'm looking at my Steam library now. What am I doing? You're in the middle of a stream, scoundrel. Come on. Stop fannying around. I want to pick it up, but burnt my hand quite badly today, so I can't actually play it if I did buy it. Oh, shit. What were you doing? Hopefully nothing dangerous. I mean, obviously you were doing something at least slightly dangerous. Yeah, that's a very clever thing to say, scoundrel. Why don't you make yourself sound like a complete fucking prick? Anyway, I eagerly await news of your charred flesh. Well, that sounds even worse. Let's have a little look at what we can do here. So, we definitely need to keep coming up, but we no longer need to find the river, because we'll be able to use the cavern as we found it previously. Then again, I could breach in exactly the same manner, couldn't I? I don't really need to take any more precautions. What I should do is just make sure we're ready down here, get rid of all the boulders, and flim flam bing bong, everybody gets to go home for Christmas? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put a little dumping zone down here. Take me to the dumping zone, as they all sang for Tom Cruise's birthday during the filming of Top Cruise. Top Cruise, is that the name of it? Days of Thunder? No? I can't remember the name of the film. Aeroplane one. Strong gay subtext. Top Gun. That was it. Top Gun. Yeah, named after the pilot school. Crazy fool. Anyway, we need to put this zone in here. It's got to be a dumping zone. There we go. It's got to be active. That's great. I'm just going to go up to the workshop zones. Where are they? Where's the stonemason? Here it is. And I'm going to make sure all the zones up here are deactivated because I don't want people hauling... Yeah, this one's active. No, no, no. No, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Okay. There we go. We reset that. That's lovely. Let's come down a few thingies here. No? There we go. Good. So, we want to start hauling some of this shit out of the corridors. There's presumably some on the stairs as well, which could come through and bung up the drawbridges. They're not drawbridges, the floodgates, but I don't think they're going to be too much trouble to handle. Right, let's start with dumping. DBD. And I shall area designate all of the stone around here for le dump. There we go. And then, hopefully... What? Oh, fart knockers. I've beansed it. It's an evening of beans all round, isn't it? I appear to have been beansing things pretty steadily. Right, this is now a dump item. Dump items designation. There we go. Items being dumped. Lovely. We just have to wait for the dwarves to come now, which is good. It's always nice waiting for dwarves to come. Just letting that little double entendre hang there in the air like the stink from a toilet that has been recently used. Oh, lovely imagery. That's the Scoundrel guarantee. You come to my streams, get lovely imagery. Incredible imagery. I mean, just beautiful. Just beautiful. It'll bring tears to your eyes. Not necessarily in a good way. There we go. I'm going to do all of my expansion chamber, evaporation chamber stuff over here. We're going to expand it out that way if we happen to put a little bit too much water in. I would like to retrieve all of this microcline and orthoclase. Perhaps I should retask the entire fortress for nothing but stone hauling. We've got 34 frames a second to play with. Maybe we could get this shit moved and finally clean the fortress up. It's not like we don't already have a little bit of adamantine in stock. Surely it's safe to take a little breath, right? Why are you digging there? Why? What is it about this little bit? I mean, dig here. Oh, for Christ's sake! Don't think too hard about it, Scoundrel. Come on, just let it happen. Just let it happen naturally. Allow 40 frames a second of sheer bliss to wash over you as the dwarves come downstairs and grab these boulders for shifting into the dumping zone. Oh yeah. Of course, in a human, as a medical condition, finding boulders in the dumping zone, never a good sign. Never a good sign. Might require a trip to a doctor for dislodging. Why are mathematicians never constipated? Because they can always use a pencil to work it out. Wow. Oh, what a joke. Powerful humour there. My father told me that one, and I told my son it, and I don't think he'll ever repeat it. I think he'll go, no, this one needs to die here, now, and forever. Maybe not quite like that. Maybe not with the exact same intonation. Intonation? Intonation. Come on, scoundrel. Use real words. I mean, sure, it's fun to use fantasy made-up words every now and again. But, generally speaking, it's nice to use words that are commonly agreed upon. Like Silmarillion. And also the band Marillion. Nice. Let's have a little look here. I want to pick it up. Dropped a hairdryer and stupidly tried to catch it. Yikes. Ouch. Ooh. Hopefully it wasn't like... for some reason, I'm now imagining a horrific scenario in which you sort of reached down and your fingers in slow motion went into the grill of the hairdryer, touching the element, and then there was a comedy moment where you were like a lit-up skeleton. Do you know those comedy moments? They're my favourite comedy moments, they are. Electrocuted villain. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Very, very... oh, shit, I can't remember the name of the film. You know, Macaulay Culkin using aftershave and screaming. That's the takeaway moment from that film. Not the incredibly illegal vigilante traps. Home Alone, that's the word. Hello, Nags 0007. Welcome to the stream again. God, my brain's falling out. Thanks for joining us again, and thank you very much for the sub. What a lovely gesture. What a fine gesture it is. It fair brings tears to my eyes. I'm exaggerating. There are no tears in my eyes. Beyond that which normally lubricate my eyeballs, of course. I mean, to say I have no tears in my eyes is foolish. My lacrimal ducts, they keep my eyes nice and, moist. It makes it possible to close them without my eyelids rolling in on themselves. I wonder if that's ever happened. It probably has. Somebody's already reaching for the Googles. Someone's going, I'll get a picture of that and I'll make him look at it. It's going to be great. And I will see your link and say, nah, not right now. Not right now. I don't want a repeat of that time I saw someone get killed by an elephant. That was horrible. That was very sad. Very sad. Me and Sinister Elements spent a good few minutes looking at our shoes, regretting having watched that video. Tragedy. Side of the hand. Ow. Well, better the side of the hand than the delicate pads of your fingers, right? Better that. Better that. Tears are to lacrimal fluid as lava is to magma. Well, surely the stuff moistening your eyes, right? That's on the surface, right? That's definitely lava. Eyeball lava, so to speak, right? Surely we must consider any fluids excreted from the lacrimal ducts, lacrimal, let's not worry about the emphasis on the syllables. Surely any that has become surface liquid is now tears, yes? Question mark? Not quite sure of myself. So much self-doubt. Actually, I think I'm going to do a dump on the stairs as well. Not like that. Come on, everybody. This is Dwarf Fortress. You know what I mean. Stop giggling. You there at the back. Disgusting. Jesus Christ. There we go. Right, let's put a few more dumping orders in there. They should bring it out. I'm kind of tempted to pull all the stuff out of here because it's fun stuff. It's microcline, orthoclays, jazzy colours, and a little bit of granite, which is apparently good for worktops and radioactive also. Greetings, self-doubting mortals, says Alsaris. Welcome back. I don't know about everybody else here, but I'm certainly not mortal. I mean, self-doubting. Definitely mortal. Well, hopefully not. Ideally not. Quite nice to be immortal. I'd like it. A lot of people say, I don't want to live forever. Fuck off. Right, you want to die then? You want to die now? Shall I follow you around for the rest of your life going, how about now? 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 How about now? 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 And then I'll be able to say, well, you're just saying that because you've had that horrible accident. Just saying it because you've had that horrible accident and now you sure you want to die now, but if you hadn't had that accident, you wouldn't. What is this? Actually, maybe I should follow them around with a boombox playing Queen's Who Wants to Live Forever from the Highlander soundtrack. That might work. Even if it does have the opposite message that I'm trying to engender. iJuice has left the duct. There you go. See? Do not doubt my logic. I've never felt more called out than Scoundrel chastising us for giggling. Well, there you go. I know. I've got a vague psychological link to my viewers. Let's not start claiming I've got some kind of Uri Geller level. Well, I was going to say Uri Geller. I was going to say Uri Geller level powers, and then I realised the only power that Uri Geller has is convincing people that he can do stuff that he can't actually do. I suppose, in a way, this stream is kind of my spoon bending, isn't it? This is my bent spoon. Somebody's reaching for the keyboard now going, oh, there is no spoon, which is fine, because that's where I went as well. So, you know, at least we're on the same track. At least we can both lament our terrible senses of humour. I know I've got a bad sense of humour because my kids tell me a lot. But then again, I mean, there are reasons why they might not like my sense of humour too much. I do tend to lean on my bum a bit too much. Every time they say, where is something? I absolutely delight in saying, up my bum. And then they're still at the age where a little flicker of confusion crosses their face, and they actually think, what, really? And I get to say, no, your switch is not up my bum. Think about how big a bum is. Is the switch going up the bum? And then that moment, I realise that I fucked up, and I'm going to have to really police Google for a few weeks before this one goes quiet. Damn! What have I done? Shit! Why did that have to come to my mind immediately? Anyway, where were we? I'm not self-doubting, he says, immediately after saying, I have so much self-doubt. True. I am nothing if not contrarian. With myself. Hello, Dr. Phineas. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Have you ever actually visited a psychic or a demonstration? I have seen a demonstration, but not of psychic powers. I saw a demonstration of a juicer once, a specially made device for slicing things, and also, apparently, for generating washing up. It didn't seem like it was a... Actually, I've got to put more dumping orders in. Bear with me. Very much not a believer in the psychic powers. On the other hand, my partner is. So our children's education will be a never-ending battle of grand ideas, no doubt. It's good if they don't think it's funny, because you'll really be able to embarrass them when they hit the teenage years. That's true. I don't think I'm going to have any problems embarrassing my children. Look at what I'm doing right now. Do you think this is the kind of dad that people skip to school thinking, hey, I hope my friends find out about this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Where are we going? Hello, Harold Beaver. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it was your comment I was responding to. Amazing. That's nice back to front streaming. I'm very good at this. Very good at responding to what people say and then acknowledging their presence. Well, it's almost like me trying to claim a joke for my own, isn't it? It's terrible behaviour. If you can stomach giving a small sum to a fraudster, I highly recommend. The Psychic Juicer. I guarantee you there's a YouTube channel with that name. It'll be a spoof, but it will exist. Mind you, I shouldn't start guaranteeing things like that, should I? I'm sure there must be some legal repercussions. The scoundrel M guaranteed all sorts of bullshit, and none of it came true. He's a modern-day Nostradamus. Don't know why I said that like that. Hello, Righteous. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I guess the only good side of insomnia is catching the scoundrel streams. Well, yeah, I suppose. Although, you could do that on the VODs. I mean, maybe that's healthier, safer, nicer, but also far less rock and roll. And you know what? Everybody's life needs a little bit of rock and roll. Apart from those people who are very precariously perched on the edge of high cliffs, they don't need any fucking rock and roll. They need some stability. They need some calm and quiet reflection. And then get away from that edge as quick as you can. Definitely. Hello, Druids Mead. Sorry, I was away with the fairies there. I got something coming through. Very strong, this one. M, Man, Mark, Mulberries, Malcolm, Derek. I see what would happen, yeah. That's it. Too easy for a psychic to find out stuff about me. Then again, it would be too easy for me to say, well, you could have just watched my streams and you'd know that. Also, they say things that I've said on my stream that are just exaggerations, as if they were true. And I'd be able to get them for that. I'd be like, that's not actually a fact, you fool. You've fallen into my trap. 10 years of streaming on Twitch just to bait you out, you fraud. You fucking fraud. And then I'll stand screaming directly into a little old lady's face going, how dare you lie to people and take their money. Because, that's the kind of fucking terrible human being I am. Terrible, terrible human being. Remember that weird moment where one moment being a skeptic was kind of cool, and then suddenly they all went, I'm so skeptical about feminism, and you sort of sat there in the room going, excuse me? What the fuck? This took a funny turn. Can we start going on about religion again? Oh God, I want to get out. Everybody shut up. So remember that? That was weird, wasn't it? That was really fucking weird. Anyway, let's go back down here. Once they've cleared out all of this stuff, we can start thinking about piercing the caverns. Do I want to pop a lovely little floodgate in here, or a wall? What do we reckon? What do we reckon? I think a floodgate. Well, we got the time while they're shifting all that stone. Question mark. Why are we here? Oh. Somebody appears to have claimed a workshop. Very exciting. Is it a strange mood claiming? Yes, claimed a leatherworks though, so that is a lot less exciting than any other workshop they could have claimed. I've decided to make you a legendary artifact thong. Apologies to people of the West Country there. That was a very cruel misinterpretation of your local dialect. I am, as ever, a cunt. Shall we dig out some of these little ramps as well? They're not really needed. If I say DZ, that's right, DZZ. Oh, DZZ, very interesting. Let's come down here, smooth all those out. Smooth all that out, come on, there we go, lovely. Excellent. And then once that's done, and all the boulders have been hauled away, everything's going to be tickety-boo. Absolutely bloody lovely. Teresa gives a reading while buying a juicer on TLC UK's channel. Famously chasing waterfalls, that channel. Having spent some time associated with libertarian groups, I could not relate to that feeling more. Yeah. Suddenly everyone's like, and I think this thing about politics, and I think this thing about politics, and you're nodding, and you're nodding, and you're nodding, and then suddenly they go, and the Queen Mother is a lizard. And you're like, excuse me? Pardon? What? Hello? Sure. It's incredible. Anyway, there we are. A little moment of sober reflection for all of us there to think about the state of the world as it currently stands, while my dwarves labour away removing ramps and hauling little bits of stone. It's good, isn't it? It's good. It's nice to have a moment of reflection, isn't it? Let's build that floodgate, because I forgot to put that in. For some reason I've chosen to build a burial receptacle there. That wasn't the right thing. Right, in goes a quartzite floodgate. Fantastic. Once someone's shifted that in, we'll hook it up to the levers, and we will flip it open, send our miner up, do a bit of diggly wiggling, and then once the diggly wiggling has been concluded... Actually, here's a thought. Do we sploosh diggy wiggy? Rather, do we diggy wiggy sploosh diggy wiggy? Or do we diggy wiggy wiggy diggy sploosh obsidian diggy diggy diggy? Should I be exposing the magma first, or should I be splooshing first? That's the question. That's the important thing that needs answering. To sploosh and sizzle, or dig and sploosh? What do we do? Well, there's the ramp gone. We're just waiting on the last piece of stone and whatever that is, a floodgate, and then we're good, right? Good old Darren Brown. Some of his things are a little far-fetched, like the guy who believed he was living through a zombie apocalypse. I felt that one stretched credibility a little bit, but it was fun nonetheless. Digging first might avoid people being swept into the channels. And when you say that, you mean dig water first. Yeah, you're right. Let's not expose magma unnecessarily. Let's allow things to go forward at a fair old pace. I mean, the frame rate so far tonight has been absolutely electrifying. We've been seeing some blistering speeds. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, he says, staring at the not exactly rapture-inducing graphics. They're good. Don't get me wrong, they do what they're supposed to do. But are they earth-shattering? No. No. Come on, why you got to take so long to get that last little bit of orthoclase out of here? Get a shift on. Who is this? It's Sanctum. You hear, Sanctum? Are you watching? Anything you can do to chivvy on your namesake here in the fortress? Get him moving a little bit? No? Doesn't look like he's here. Unfortunate. Oh, here comes the floodgate. Fantastic news. Get that installed and then we'll hook it up to the old lever. Oh, beauty. Absolutely marvellous. Right, add, link up a floodgate. Is it X for a floodgate? No, it's F on this screen. Why would it be consistent? You noob scoundrel. Let's put in the 3-line ones. I don't know what that actually means, but fuck it. We'll do it. And then we're almost there. You know what? I feel like I have something I need to do to prevent myself from doing another little mulligan. Let's just ratchet this bad boy and do a bit of spellcasting. Are you ready, everybody? Are you ready? Spellcasting. Q-U-I-C-K-S-A-V-E. Quick save. Hooray! All the progress we've made, forever indelibly stamped on the world. Beautiful. Druidsmead says, I was thinking channel the room edge and drop the entire floor with one awesome tile removal. Oh, I mean, sure, I've got a boner, but should I? Should I have? It feels like it might be an act of utter madness. I mean, once I've got the water breached, we can keep it back behind these gates. Oh, where I'm saving, you can't see my mouse pointer. But you must know which gates I mean, right? Gates! I wonder if anyone's ever thought to... and let me just preface this by saying I do not endorse or believe any of these conspiracy theories I'm about to talk about. But I wonder if anybody's repurposed the Pantera song Cemetery Gates in order to do some sort of pseudo-witty takedown of Bill Gates, because a lot of people seem very upset with Bill Gates. I mean, sure, he's got a lot of money, and I find that a little bit... Do you really need that much? Should we keep giving these entities, these corporations, more and more money? Is that really what we need to do? But on the top of that, I mean, I also don't believe he, deliberately created an AIDS nado to infect the world with, the COVIDian bug. That's madness. AIDS nado. Do you think I could get copyright on that? I'm not sure there's many people clamouring for the copyright on the phrase AIDS nado, but the people who made Sharknado might be there in the queue, sitting in the same lawyer's office. We've got this idea. And I'm like, no, fuck you, I was here in the queue first. I'm the one who wants to really ruin any chance I have of having any kind of mainstream success at doing anything by saying the most stupid shit. You can't do it. Get out of here. You and your fucking Sharknados and Snakes on Planes. Bullshit. No, NATO. AIDS NATO. That's more of that bullshit. That's more of that conspiracy bullshit. Hello, Zastava. Welcome back. Cast a spell that makes it seem like all the nobles are vampires. I'm too smooth for that kind of stuff. I can see through your little vampiric shenanigan. Is there such a thing as a shenanigan? Shenanigan? Can it be done? Can you have a solo shenanigan? Or do shenanigans only come in multi-packs? Is anybody familiar with the etymology there? Can we get a clarification from any linguists in chat? Oh, here we go. Druidsmead's explaining the qualities. The 3 lines is quality. It goes nothing, dash, plus, asterisk, and it is asterisk. It's not asterix, for fuck's sake. 3 lines and a star. Pantera parody would probably make Phil Anselmo come after you, and I'm not sure I have the legs to run from Crazy Phil. I saw Pantera play once back in the day, and I think I've said this story before, but it was a massive disappointment. He was off his fucking tits, making no sense whatsoever. The only words I heard out of his mouth that made any sense, I think, were Lennox Lewis. He was very much into the boxing. Lennox Lewis, oh, can see Miss What's different are you? I mean, that's not exactly how he sang. He didn't do his songs in the club style. I mean, they actually sang the songs. But from the very first thing he said, I was like, he ain't singing Cemetery Gates tonight. And in fact, I would be very surprised if he ever sings it again. But there you go. There you go. And now, of course, it turns out, who would have thought that Phil Anselmo may have had some slightly disconcerting views, especially after all of those Confederate flags on their merchandise. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Anyway, where were we? Let's not start dancing around this madness. Let's not cause chaos. Shenanigan is okay as singular. I play Scrabble. As good as a linguist. As good as a linguist a Scrabble player is. Then again, maybe not. Maybe we should get Noam Chomsky to play like a Scrabble champion, and we'll see what happens. Although I'm not sure that you need to be being a linguist actually necessarily means you know a shitload of like obscure words that have high Scrabble scores. Although it can't hurt, right? Can't hurt. Simon Roper versus Noam Chomsky, Scrabble in all languages. No stabilizers, just any word ever. I mean, you've probably got a good chance of just shaking up the... If you're taking any language ever, then again, you would need an enormous amount of things, wouldn't you? Little tabs. What are they called? Scrabble pieces? Tiles. You need an enormous amount of tiles, because for every language, you're of course going to have to represent every alphabet, and more than one of the common letters in that alphabet. So, just as a baseline, you've got fucking Greek, you've got the Arabic alphabet, you've got the Latin alphabet, you've got fucking Cyrillic alphabet. That's a lot of alphabets. You've got the whole Chinese, Japanese. That's going to be confusing. China and Japan, they share an alphabet, don't they? Mind you, so does French and English. Oh, it's chaos. It's chaos. Let's call it Infini Scrabble and see if we can get anyone to play it. I don't think we're going to get Noam Chomsky. I think he's a little delicate these days. I don't want to upset him with a roughy-tufty game of Scrabble. That's not going to do any good, is it? I don't want to be the man known as the one who killed fucking Noam Chomsky with Scrabble. That'd be bad. That would be... I was going to say the worst, but maybe not the worst. Maybe not the worst. Anyway, sorry, another little reverie there. Another little moment of gazing at my screen thinking, what? Just to check I didn't say something stupid. Hello, Uruzrun. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Is it bonus points if we also get a dog named Chomp Nomsky? Ooh, that's not the worst name for a dog. Although I feel like the dog has to earn a name like Chomp Nomsky, right? It's got to come up with some groundbreaking theories about linguistics, or campaign endlessly for, left-wing politics, all that kind of stuff. Then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's asking too much of a dog. Certainly I can't think of anyone who's taking political advice from dogs. I mean, I can see people who appear to be behaving like they're taking political advice from dogs, but, I don't know they are. Hello, Two Cats Yelling. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Tiles, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, Ravelin, the old Scrabble tiles. Get that dog a job at Hello Games. Chomp Namansky. Oh, Namansky. Oh, my God. These puns are getting pretty tortuous. They're pretty tied up in knots here. China and Japan definitely do not share an alphabet. I thought that... No. China's got a lot of the characters in the hiragana in Japan are Chinese characters. It's not the alphabet per se, it's the figures in the alphabet. That's what I'm saying anyway. And welcome to the stream. Spligit Moose? SP Legit Moose? Is that right? Have I got that right? Is it Spligit Moose or SP Legit Moose? Because both of them work. Both of them are perfectly acceptable interpretations. But the camel case M suggests it is Spligit Moose. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's just give him a chance to respond. Dr. Phineas says Japanese kanji requires a minimum of 2,000 characters in order to be considered a reader fluent enough to read the newspaper. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of characters. That's a lot of characters. Or, as I believe they're known in Japan, the Shinbun. Is that what or am I thinking of the fast trains? Shinbun is either a newspaper or a very fast train. I forget which. Oh, hello. While I've been sitting here off on a tangent playing Paul's Fortress, something has happened. It looks like our moody boy has begun construction. Oh, what wonders will he wreathe? Wreathe? I was going to say, what wonders has he wrought? Realised I was in the wrong tense, and then everything fell apart. What wonders has he wreathed for us? He's begun his construction. It's all good. It's all good. Let's take another look down in the mines. We're not really interested in what's going on up there in fabrication land. What we need is moisture, water. So to that end, let's put an order in to pull this lever, open up those floodgates, and then send, ideally, our miner with the quickest reflexes up to dig out the hole, but probably just some bog standard guy with basic bitch reflexes who's going to end up being smashed to pieces on the rocks by the hard power of flowing water. Be like water, change to the shape of the glass, as old Bruce Forsyth once said. No, I didn't get that wrong. I bet Bruce Forsyth did say that. I'm almost certain Bruce Forsyth would have said it in a slightly racist accent as well, but we'll see. We'll see. People can look for the video evidence there. People can go out onto the internet and find that. I mean, it would have to be a bag of holding, right? It's spligitmoose, not a real word, so it's Google unique. Oh, goognique? No, that doesn't work, does it? Unoogle? No, those words don't portmanteau very well. I'm going down a dead end here. I'm going to abandon that. How do Japanese PC keyboards work then? They must be massive or have about 20 alt keys. I think they've got like a form of predictive text, haven't they? Like, I think they actually type out like the in English and it changes to the right character. If the Japanese movies I have seen are authentic to, and the animes that I've seen are authentic to Japanese computer culture, then I think that's what happens. But I could be wrong. I could be barking up the wrong tree. Certainly, Seven Samurai didn't tell me much about how keyboards work in Japan. A multi-level keyboard like a triplane, or like one of those massive church organs. It was either Sun Tzu or Bruce Forsyth. Easy to get them confused. Well, exactly. They're both from about the same era. You've got to remember, one of them had a massive chin, and the other one was Bruce Forsyth. No, Sun Tzu. Golden Solo Zed, the shearer, has created Vuthillertob, a sheep leather buckler. She claims it as a family heirloom. Oh, fantastic news. They didn't make a piece of clothing, they made a shield. Which I suppose, if you're really willing to stretch the definition of clothing, could be considered a piece of clothing. Sort of, right? Maybe? Vuthillertob, flight combined, a sheep leather buckler. Okay, let's take a little look closer at what this is. Excuse me. Heavens above. Such crassness. 48,480 trade credits of value. What does that get us? This is a sheep leather buckler. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval microcline cabochons, decorated with sheep leather, and encircled with bands of sheep bone, baguette-cut red zircons, baguette-cut green glass gems, and oval-cut moonstones. This object menaces with spikes of silver and pigtail. It's a sparkly shield. This almost makes me want to break out Blender. I mean, if I knew what those gems look like, I feel like we could have a bit of a giggle making some shaders. But, however, now that I think about it, there are two major obstacles to that. One, my skill level may be somewhat under the threshold required. And two, OBS does not like when you render in Blender. It has a good old fit, or at least with my graphics card it does. It looks at you and goes, "Please, sir, please, take your boot off of my neck. I cannot cope with these many cycles." Ah! There you go. That's the way it works, though, isn't it? Let's have a look at here. If the craft dwarf ship isn't of the highest quality, does the creator get thrown into a volcano or something? Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like there aren't any circumstances under which a dwarf, or anybody in this fortress to be honest, couldn't find themselves flung into the volcano. However, I am going to be real with myself and you. It's a lot of faff putting someone in a volcano. We have other, more efficient methods of execution. For example, I mean, we use it. We have a different sort of. We don't call it an execution, but here we have a mental health facility with a little bridge that will atomize any dwarf feeling too sad. For example, if we come down here, you see these this little yellow 3? This suggests that though 87 of our dwarves are pretty chuffed, they're okay, and 2 of them are more than okay, we have 3 who are feeling a little bit glum, a little bit down in the dumps, a little bit moody. And in order to stop this unacceptable contagion, I feel like it might be time to do a little bit of crushing. I feel like we might need to, before the rot gets too bad. You see, once they're down here, it's too late. They start moping, they get depressed, they start shuffling around the fortress going, oh, I can't be bothered to drink anymore, I think I'll just dehydrate. Oh, no. And that's too late. That's too late. That's going to bum everybody out. What you need is to just, spirit them away, get rid of them. Maybe some kind of Logan's Run obfuscation. It's like Logan's Run, except instead of age, the execution is based on happiness. So if anyone falls below the smiley threshold, that's it. Squish. Logan's Fun? No, that doesn't work, does it? Mind you, I mean, it's not that bad. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Could have called it Logan's Bum. That's the porn version of that film about Wolverine. It's not. I mean, it might be. I have not checked that. If it exists, I definitely haven't seen it. Don't start calling me out about that. Come on. Why atomize them when you can launch them into the sun? Well, I feel like you're being optimistic with your Icarian dreams there. I don't think we're going to quite reach the sun. I mean, sure, flinging them into the air can be pretty lethal. Not quite as lethal as flinging them directly into a wall, but it's the 100% effective nature of being squished underneath a bridge that really sells this particular form of mental health care to me. I mean, there's no ifs, no buts, and furthermore, no hazelnuts. You thought I was going to say coconuts, didn't you? Aha, fuck you. I went left when you thought I was going right. Everyone's going to vomit in the back of the car. Anyway, where was I? Yes, it's the 100% surety that they're going to be gone forever once that thing comes down. We don't want them hanging around. That's the thing. Not these saddos. Oh, misery guts. Walking around all the time. Oh, I'm so sad. Please. Oh. No, they don't even say please. They don't even have... There's nothing you can do. It's not like you can turn around and say, don't worry. We're going to give you a lovely bedroom. We're going to drink you... You're going to drink out of the finest glassware. You're going to eat the most amazing food. That'll cheer you up, right? No, that's just it. Once they're bummed out enough, I mean, they're basically bummed inside out. Oh God. Why do I have to say that? Anyway, Ura's Runes in chat again. Just saw this. Hello. Icarian Dreams. Sounds like an album name. That's probably the most album name thing I've said since I started streaming. Icarian Dreams. I mean, it's either by some sort of late 70s synth god with a cravat, or it's going to be by some kind of big hair Dream Theater style band. Right? I think, personally, I would prefer it to be by some kind of sort of musically Promethean synth god. But, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the big hair thing would work. I mean, I'm partial to a little bit of the old rock and roll, I've just realised I've been talking for a good 10 minutes and I'm not entirely sure where this is going. I appear to be on a little bit of a tangent to nowhere. Maybe I should pay more attention to the game. Right, let's go back down to the mines. Down deep into the mines. These are my dwarves, and they're digging my holes. Diggy, diggy holes. I think we need to send our boy up don't we? Need to send our boy up to do some digging. So, with that in mind, let's recreate the initial circumstances under which the area flooded, which of course, at the time, we thought was a major error, but it turns out there are no such thing as errors, only happy tragedies. Accidents. Happy accidents. Certainly didn't mean tragedy. No way. Why would I think that was cool? The Sky Gem has been proven to be at least 250 Z levels away. Impossible. But can one be splattered against the Sky Box? Is that a possibility? Can we Skybox a fool? Stuff me into a minecart shotgun and use me to end a siege instead. Heavens above. I think we still only have 5 goblins on the surface. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most terrifying siege ever. I'm slightly more concerned about these magma crabs than I am about the goblins. Goblins... I mean, we can just slam down a shitload of traps and everything will be absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about goblins. Fuck goblins. Not literally, of course. I've just realised we're going to create more stone that's going to need hauling away. Let's get this bit here dug out, clear that stone away, then do the breachy. Do the breachy weechy. Cheeky bricky if damke. Sorry, I just had a stalker moment there. I apologise to anybody who was ever hounded across the Chernobyl zone by people trying to steal all of their loot. Don't want to give you any flashbacks, that would be rude. Hello Art, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Diggy diggy holes indeed. Glorious, very glorious. Very glorious indeed. Could also be some sort of post-rock band. You're not wrong. Icarian Dreams does have that certain... And you know it would be mispronounced as Icarian, don't you? It's hard to guess what genre a band is just from the album title though, right? If we had to buy albums... When was the last time I bought a fucking album? It was probably 1990 something. Holy shit, I haven't bought music in a long time. I've only been listening to music on YouTube basically for quite some time now. Oh no, don't stop digging with the damp stone madness. Ugh, come on, keep digging, boys. Keep on digging. It's a Greek heavy prog rock bass and ocarina tribute band. Oh, tribute to what though? Tribute just to the bass and the ocarina. Sorry, I should save that kind of nonsense for the appropriate moment. How rude of me. How rude to put music in the non-music section of the stream. I mean, I may as well get my willy out and start slapping you in the face, eh? I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's not make things worse. Let's not make things worse. I mean, when would that ever make anything better, right? No, let's not have any serious thought about this. I'm sure there are circumstances in which whapping somebody in the face with your penis would improve things, but they're not common. That's what I'm saying. They're not common. These are not circumstances you come across in your daily, day-to-day life. These are circumstances that exist in liminal spaces, on the periphery of society. Well, maybe not that peripheral. Now that I think about it, the harder I think about it, the harder I get. No, the harder I think about it, the more circumstances appear in my mind, none of which I am about to recount. I say recount, that implies that I've done them. I haven't done them. None of which I am about to repeat on the stream. There's the word. DBD, let's dump some stone, boys. Get rid of this stone as quickly as possible. Take it down to the dumping zone and leave it there, in a quantum stockpile if you don't mind. Opachki. Oh god, I've never played Tarkov. I've seen people playing it. It sounds like it could be a bit of fun, but I don't know. First-person shooters aren't really my strong suit. They're a bit of fun. I mean, we used to do Halo 2 and Halo 3 LAN parties. They were a lot of fun. But, I mean, since those days, I haven't really played many first-person shooters. Admittedly, I did do that series of Arma 3 games with Chunky that were a lot of fun. But I feel like a lot of the games that really tempt me these days. They kind of require a larger... Excuse me. Getting a bit burpy here. I might need to make myself a hot drink. A lot of the games that really tempt me require a larger group of people to play. Sorry, I'm fighting back hiccups and burps. Let's try and clear myself out. Although we could attempt to hold it in and go for the triple. If I can fart, burp and hiccup at the same time, then I will explode in a cloud of candy and my children will suffer mixed emotions in the morning. Yay, sweeties! But where's Daddy? What are these hanging from the ceiling fans? Oh my God! Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Hello, Xavier St. Cloud. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I'm doing pretty okay, Pretty good. I like it. I'm happy. It's the most frustrating hardcore FPS fun to ever exist. Do not recommend. Good game, though. See, that's the thing. I played a bit of... recently I played a bit of Ark, which I enjoyed, but very much a cooperative experience with friends. What else have I played fairly recently that was a sort of first-person based game? Cool, it must be that and Armour, and that's about it. I'm thinking when we get round to my birthday, I'm expecting we'll play a bit of Barotrauma. We might manage a bit of... what's that new game where everyone has to figure out who the traitor is? Not Trouble in Terrorist Town. You know the one. Those kind of games. I'm hoping we'll get to play a few of those. But of course they always work better with larger groups of people. What was it? Among Us, that's the name of it. There we go. 2 people said it in chat just as I remembered. There's also another one that I've installed called Unfortunate Spacemen, which has a very similar premise. So that might be worth it. Well, it's funny you should say that, Art. I have been talking about Space Station with 13 with friends, and if you look on Steam, there's actually 2 different recreations of Space Station 13 in like pre-launch phase, very similar to Dwarf Fortress here. Someone's making a game called Space Station 14, which appears to be a straight-up remake outside of the Beyond engine. And there's another one, what's it called? Unity Space Station or something, where they've remade it in the Unity engine. Which seems... I should pause this, actually, because I'm sitting here, blah, 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 and there's absolutely fuck all going on. Right, we're ready to go, really, aren't we? We've moved all the stuff, we've dumped everything. Should I abandon this inane tangentry, this quotidian waffling? Or should I just say, fuck it, pause the fortress and carry on with my babble? If you can get a group of 10 of us... See, yeah, the thing about Space Station 13 is it's good. It's good, but it's difficult to tease. It's fun to play, but stream-wise, it's a bit too chaotic to really tease any kind of sensible narrative. I say narrative. What I'm doing here is crafting narratives and making entertainment opportunities. Oh, God. Somebody throttle me. What I'm saying is, it's very similarly to Barotrauma. It's quite hard to for a viewer to step in and parse what's going on. They're going to step inside and look around and go, well, this doesn't make any fucking sense at all. I'm getting out of here. I'm never watching this prick again. Goodbye. And, that's not the end of the world, obviously. Not the end of the world. But it's, Barotrauma feels like it's slightly more accessible. It's definitely not streaming prime time. That's the thing. Those kind of games, if you can get people together who are going to treat it as seriously as, is required, not too seriously. If people treat it too seriously, then that's very bad. When they're like, oh, it's vitally important that we win this round. That's no good. But you need people who are going to, I'm not saying don't break character, but I'm saying, play the game. Play the game. Where was I? Would you rather have a diarrhea, interesting phrasing, once a week, or split stream every day for the rest of your life? Split stream. By that, do you mean when the urine forks and becomes 2 intertwined chaotic streams, spraying urine all over the edge of the toilet bowl, and causing me to say things like, yes, I know, alright, yes, I'll sit down, yes. I'll wipe it, don't worry. You know, I mean, or is that something else? Is a split stream something to do with actual streaming? Is that a Twitch thing? Space Station 13 and Dwarf Fortress only share qualities outside of their actual selves. So, like, they share qualities in that they're made in similar outsider renegade circumstances. They're not created by the mainstream. Whereas Dwarf Fortress is kind of like a little gem that you uncover by digging a little deeper into the world of games. Whereas Space Station 13 is sort of like a sewage pipe you put your pickaxe through and then go, oh, it's in my face, oh, I can smell it. Not always, but it definitely can be. It definitely can be. I've always called that morning fork, not split streaming. Oh, interesting. I've never given it a name. Never given it a name. I've always been too frustrated with the fact that I now need to gather up the toilet roll to mop my mess. Split stream can be got around with a funnel or something. The shits are the shits. Yeah, I mean, I would much rather be wiping a little bit of pee off the seat than checking the bathroom for my horrific spray. I don't want that. Ugh, disgusting. Yuck. Yucky, yucky. I think everybody's going for the split stream, right? Assuming that is what was meant. Assuming the split piss. I suppose you could shit through a funnel, yes. But, I mean, come on. I mean, you can actually look where you're peeing with the funnel. You can pee into the funnel, sure, not a problem. You ain't really getting a good view of what's going on. Sorry, Urasrune. Sorry, did we go to the brown corner? I think we went to the brown corner. Let's try and rein it in a bit. No more poo talk for a little while. Let the stream cool off. It's red hot. It's sizzling with poop. Try to stay out of the dark corner as well. Let's go pink corner, shall we? I've already been talking about willies quite a bit. Okay, let's get this dig on. D-I, here we go. Stairs, in there, bang, this is it. We're going to pierce into the cavern and free the fluids within. Free the fluids, free the fluids, free the fluids, free the fluids. He's got hiccups. That's right, we went right downtown into Browntown. Missing the toilet with diarrhea isn't the main problem with diarrhea. Ravelin, I can tell you've never missed the toilet with diarrhea. I mean, I can't think of a time when I've actually missed the toilet. I've certainly been in toilets that have been missed, and I must say I was both appalled and intrigued. Not as in a kind of leaning in closer intrigue, but in a kind of, how did this happen? How did this happen? Did somebody actually stand on the toilet seat and take a dump here? Is there some kind of weird, misunderstanding as to how this device functions? Or was it truly that explosive? Was it such a vigorous todding that it managed to squirt out under the seat and back round on top of it? Because that is some pressure. That is some serious pressure. At that point, just, oh my god, the misting. Oh. It'd be like everything electroplated with shit. Okay, we've gone too far. I'm not even going to look at chat now. I can just, in my mind's eye, see the viewer figures plummeting. Going from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. We've hit splashdown. Hello, Bahantome28. Welcome to the stream. Apologies. you may want to go into hiding, or at least reach for the soap. There are cultures that squat above the toilet and unfortunately make it miserable for the rest of us. Yeah, but I mean, not on a seated toilet, right? Not like an actual sitting up, like on a 101 or something. On a hole in the ground style toilet makes sense. May even be arguably a more appropriate position for the extrusion of bum fudge. But what the fuck? It didn't work. What is this? Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Yeah, surely, they've got to look at the toilet and go, this seems a bit weird. Why is it in the shape of a chair? That must be true. I went to the public bathroom and there was poop on the ceiling. Well, I was once changing a nappy and saw poop hit the ceiling. So there you go. I remember once I was changing my son's nappy and the thing that exploded from his buttocks was like a goblin's hand reaching out of the netherrealm to try and grab my soul and pull it back in. Although, you know what? If it had gone back in, even gripping my soul, I might have felt a little bit better about the whole situation. But it had like fingers and everything, or at least in that split second in the air that I saw it before it splashed down, it appeared to have fingers. Here's me anthropomorphizing poo. Let's try and find something else to talk about. Come on, chat. Don't let me do this. Don't let me bring shame down upon my family like this. You're supposed to be helping me here. You're supposed to be working in this glorious new age of internet-based cooperation. You're supposed to be being a sort of symbiotic entertainment relationship here. Or is that not how it works? Have I fundamentally misunderstood the Twitch milieu? Some people won't touch toilet seats if it's not their washroom. Just put like a toilet paper ring around it then. Easy peasy. Oh, mind you, there might not be toilet paper. Well, I'm not going to try and second guess people's pooping habits. I mean, let's face it. If I were to attempt to be the world's poo shepherd, I think, first of all, people would not accept my role. They'd be like, no, I will not have my poo herded by this idiot. What? Okay, this is getting a bit too weird. That's getting a bit too weird. I think the concept of the poo shepherd is probably even more esoteric than the concept of the fucking milk dragon. Let's try and keep this sensible. Why didn't this work? What in the name of fucking hell is going on here? Last time I came up here, started building staircases, and everybody was like, the fortress is flooding, shit! And now, look at this. Fucking hornswoggle. Let's try a staircase there. Let's see if that works. Come on. Diggly wiggly. Get your pick swinging and stick it in the stone. Chip away some rocks for me. Sorry, got lost in a little moment there. I've seen those disposable tissue seat covers. They were quite a cool idea, yeah. They got like a little tail thing that goes into the bowl, so when you flush it, it just goes and pulls it down with the water. Very clever. Ceiling covers. I mean, sure, I don't think anyone installing a toilet in a public place should have to consider the need for ceiling covers. I feel like, generally speaking, gravity does a good job of keeping shit off the ceiling. I mean, it can't be expected to function 100% effectively, obviously, but, you know, the circumstances under which poop defies gravity are vanishingly small. What is the best cheese to put on scrambled eggs? Well, I'm going to say it, even though I feel like I might be something of a bit of a narrow-minded food fool here, but I say cheddar. I say grated cheddar. What the funky dickens is going on here? Just a few minutes ago, I was sitting going, oh no, I've got into the cupboard and made a right bloody mess. Oh. And now I'm sitting here going, where's the water? Could we please get some digging going on here? Could I please get some cavern breaching going on? Apparently not. Scoundrel needs to leave the brown place and yet so desperately wants to stay there. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a powerful comedic vein. Sure, it's base, and many people are put off by the mention of the old poop, but I feel like it's got mileage, hasn't it? Schoolboy poopy humour. It's what works. Actually, that's a lie. Like I've put that much thought into what doesn't work. Like this is some kind of a curated experience. This can only really be described as a mind dump. Just sort of like open up the mouth and allow the words to tumble from my lips, carelessly like leaves after a thunderstorm. Major thumb down, says Ravelin, to cheese on eggs. You know what, I must admit, it's not the first thing I go for. I like, for scrambled eggs, they're good on their own, but maybe a little bit of ketchup if they're in a sandwich, or or maybe some salad cream. I always used to like making scrambled eggs and putting salad cream in it. It's hot egg mayonnaise, if you will. I mean, already I can hear the retching of some of the people in chat. I can hear you where you are right now going, oh my god, scrambled eggs and salad cream. What is this maniac? Oh, hello. It appears we have some visitors. Nice. Excuse me. You're allowed to go double dairy. It's not like double denim. Eggs aren't dairy. Unless you've got cow eggs from somewhere. That would be incredible. Or milk eggs. Milk eggs. The tastiest. Sorry, calm down, Righteous. Calm down. Ravelin's not getting banned for his preferences on eggs. This is neither Lilliput nor Rahulastapa. We don't have egg-based heresies here. All egg methodologies are equal in this realm. Okay, so... Oh. Hello. We appear to have a haunting on our hands. What are you doing here? Who are you? Solon Orodom, the farmer. Interesting. Hello. What was that? Did a notification just pop up in the corner there? It does. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, what a lovely little gesture that was. Let's have a little look. Oh, I appear to have scrolled up in chat as well as the activity feed. Can't do that. Which came first, the cow or the egg? I feel that it's the egg, right? The egg? Gotta be the egg. Things were laying eggs long before the first cow walked the earth. Right? Surely. Eggs is a pretty old evolution. Right? Do we know about when the first egg-laying creatures... I mean, obviously, I think egg-laying is such an element of antiquity that I don't think we're ever going to be able to definitively say what era of the planet egg-laying evolved in. Or are we? Can it be traced back? Is there some kind of genetic clock we can wind backwards to figure out when the ovum first became a thing? I once ordered chicken and eggs in a restaurant to see which would come first, and which did come first. And how were they prepared? Because I feel like a little boiled egg or scrambled eggs, that's going to come out of the kitchen a shitload quicker than a roast chicken, right? Or maybe not. Chicken from China, the Chinese chicken? Maybe? Oh my god, why did I go there? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we've got traders coming, which appears to have dismissed the siege, which is exciting news. Yep, the siege has been broken. The traders are here. Let's fling open the gates and see if we can get some fun times going on, he says, hiccups. Oh, no. Oh, yuck. Sorry, apologies. That was a little bit of a burp with a touch of the tang. And nobody wants a touch of tang in their burps. That's a bad deal. Actually, I should probably check which lever this is first, shouldn't I? Oh, it's the mental health lever. Okay, that's not the one we want to pull. Everybody calm down. We're going to pull this one. Add pull now. And I'm also going to see if we've got any memorial slabs to get rid of that ghost. Build. Alt-S. Look, everybody look. I'm playing Dwarf Fortress. Is this what you came here for? Is this why you're here? For Dwarf Fortress? There we go. That's a memorial slab. I'm guessing it's for Solon. We did kill him quite some time ago. It was so long ago. Oh, God. I am the god of puns. Bow before me. Or not. You know, I'm not sure puns is the greatest portfolio, to be fair. There are probably more exciting things to be god of. Like thunder. Oh, thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. A quick Google Scholar search has the current oldest egg fossils at 600 million years ago. But are there any older, any older fossilized cloacas? Cloacas? Cloacae? Cloacae? Cloaca waka waka. I don't know. Do all eggs come from cloacas? Surely not. Surely not. I'm pretty sure some eggs come from ovipositors. Yeah. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Eggs come out of all sorts of things. God. The god of Nicolas Cage sounds hella scary. Well, maybe. I mean, you've only got one person, one human that you are sort of god of, right? So realistically, that seems like a bit of a slack off, right? Not much godding to be done there. I mean, one person, take care of the... Well, I mean, obviously, maybe you can help him with his taxes a bit.
Nicholas, can you hear me? This is the voice of God. I need you to fill out a B17-5. It's going to help in the long run, and you're going to have to sell the dinosaur.
That's all he needed. A little bit of finger of God coming down from heaven, just to push him back on the right track.
You can keep the Spider-Man #1, but the T-Rex is too much. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. The world is the same as ever.
Let's just get past all these little notifications. They're not important. They're not important. Good. We all sorted? Excellent. People seem to be moving mechanisms strangely. They're supposed to be taking them up to the trade depot, but they appear to be dumping them in here for some reason. Has my mechanic suddenly sprung into life and decided now is the time to begin a massive production run? Seems unlikely, but yet here we are with a stockpile filling up rather than emptying. Cloaky, cloakai, cloaky, cloaca. Very good. Very good. Uruz Rune gets extra points for that one. Well done. Gold star. Congratulations. Oh, dear, oh dear. And I got it before I even saw the ha-ha at the end. Yes, but it's Nicolas Cage, says Righteous. The Coke and private planes. Jesus, he would be fucking annoying to be the one responsible for that. I don't know if it would be annoying though, right? I mean, I think, like, it'd be fine being the god of Nicolas. I mean, then again, what are we talking about here? Are we a sort of theological manifestation of the essence of Nicolas Cage, or literally the deity worshipped by Nicolas Cage? Because I feel like Nicolas Cage is kind of fickle with his deities, right? He's going to be flopping around a lot. He's going to be changing. 1 minute he's all about Ganesh, next minute it's fucking Thor or some other bullshit, right? That's what it's going to be like. You're going to be the god of Nicolas Cage for about 20 minutes, and then once the next rail goes up his schnozzler, bosh, new god's in town.
I hear there's a man looking for a god round here.
I don't know why a deity coming into town would sound like a sort of grizzled cowboy figure, but that's just the way I imagined it. Just the way I imagine it. When Nick Cage takes enough coke to enter his own private plane, we're not talking aircraft. No, we're talking Mandy and The Colour Out of Space. What a lovely pair of movies. I really enjoyed. A lot of people don't seem to have enjoyed The Colour Out of Space as much as I have, mainly because they declare robustly and correctly that The Colour Out of Space appears not to be some indescribable new thing, as Lovecraft probably would have mentioned in his original story. No, it was pink. Very, very pink. Why is there a dead person here? Oh, God, I was doing the mining! It's okay. Everybody, just calm down. For Christ's sake, why are you such a bunch of skittish people? Relax. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. And certainly, people hauling corpses through a fortress of this size is perfectly normal. It happens every day. People die. Get over it. Good grief. Honestly. Ganesh and Thor are my co-pilots. Personally, I like a bit of Ganesh. I love the elephant-headed angle. It's good. He seems to be a pretty ballin' god, like god of like artists and just generally being a cool dude. I'm unaware of any stories that revolve around Ganesh sort of being a dick and killing people. Although, maybe he did. I don't know. But if I was in the market for a god, if I was in the market for a deity, I'd be knocking on Ganesh's door. I'd be like, hey, you even sound like a kind of pastry filling. Double points. Grats. You got a new follower in me.
You got a follower in me. You got a follower in me.
No, hang on. I was about to try and improvise the lyrics of a whole new song based around being a follower of a god, and it just wasn't going to happen. There was no way it was going to come out as anything other than cringeworthy, and luckily, I nipped it in the bud. I turned around and said, no, scoundrel, this is a bad idea. Perhaps you should shut your fucking mouth. American Gods was inspired by Nicolas Cage, said Neil Gaiman. Interesting. I mean, either you're making that up completely, or there's a very strange story behind that. I enjoyed the TV series American Gods. That was pretty good. Kel liked it too. I suspect that may have been Shadow Moon's chest and abdominal region that was causing some of that like. But that's fine. I'm cool with that. He was a buff chap. Ooh, heavens above. Quite a robustly sexy fellow. 100% making up. I thought so. I did. For a second you had me. Just for a nanosecond. And then I was like, that can't be true. That cannot be true. What is going on here? Where is this water? There was supposed to be some wonderful water. Okay. Let's try this. How about that? Is that going to work? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Excuse me. Ridiculous is what I meant to say. Not ridiculous. That isn't even a word. The Odin guy is quite the charismatic fucker. I have to say, if you want a good Lovejoy performance, you might want to check out... what's that old HBO cowboy show? Deadwood. He's pretty good in Deadwood. Has to be said. Al Swearingen, I think his name is. Swearingen? Swearingen? I can't remember his name. So it's got swearing in it. Deadwood has a lot of swearing in it. Apparently there was a movie that sort of finished off the story after the TV series got cancelled, but I've yet to actually watch it. I have to hunt it down and give it a little eyeballing. Roll my peepers across it and see what kind of information I can glean from it. Gleaning. Don't do much gleaning these days, do we? Yeah, it's nice to glean little tidbits of information out of things, but things are too readily presented these days. The art of the glean is falling by the wayside. For some reason I was about to start saying gleaning lady and gleaning products, and then I realised that I'm not that kind of stream, and nor will I be able to be that kind of stream. Because I'm a person. Where is... what's going on here? What's going on here? Why are they taking so long to come and dig? And why are they not hitting any of that stuff that I accidentally breached last time? Do you remember that time I tried to dig into hell? And I just kept opening up holes. I kept telling them to go and dig out the wall and open up the portal to hell. And they were like, I think I'm going to just sort of stand here and stare at it. How about that instead? And we spent a good hour and a half trying to destroy a fortress that just wouldn't die. What is it about my fortresses? Some of them they fall pretty easily, yeah. But then some of them you just can't kill. They're like Eric Draven in The Crow. Haunting little schoolgirls for no good reason. And, actually no, he knew her in life. That's crazy. Why am I doing Crow memes? What fucking year is it? 1998? This is insane. Pulling out all that. I was talking about Bruce Forsyth earlier. Good lord. Oh, this is driving me mad waiting for this digging to happen. I want to go back up to the fortress and start doing... Oh, we've got traders in! Shit! Okay, so trader requested at the depot. Hopefully they've brought all of the tradables up there. That'll be the ideal circumstance. And then hopefully they'll go and trade. Although it appears that our current trader is... why is there a corpse out here as well? I need to do a little population check. Hold on a second. Pawsy. Over to the Dwarf Therapist quickly. What did it say? We haven't actually checked Dwarf Therapist for the entire stream, have we? Initially, we had 96 adults, 1 child, and 0 vulnerable babies. And now, we've got 95 adults, 1 child, yet still 0 vulnerable babies. What is it about this fortress? Is there something boner wilting about this fort? Or perhaps, I don't know, trying to find a female equivalent, demoistening quality to this fortress? Is there something that's stopping people from having children? Have we hit this weird radioactive zone that's sterilising everybody who comes here? We haven't had a single baby born in the entire fortress yet. Last fortress, Sal couldn't stop popping them out. And in this fortress, I mean, she's not had a single child. We are seeing corpses. Is this the same corpse someone's bringing back down, or is this another corpse? Oh, someone got killed by the siege, didn't they? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's just your regular run-of-the-mill siege death. Nothing to panic about. Right, has our trader made it into the depot? They have. Let us begin the trading. Here we go. Ridiculate the small, gritty, and highly embarrassing memories that resurface days after being blackout drunk. That does kind of work. That does have a certain meaning of liff kind of thing about it. Maybe she ran out of babies since the last fort. Maybe? I mean, it is a parallel universe. It is an entirely different... Oh, it isn't, is it? It is. It's literally a parallel universe. It's the same place in another world. A whole new world of infertile dwarves unfolds before us. Maybe not. No, is Sal here tonight? I don't think she is she? Was she streaming earlier? Oh, I miss Sal. It's nice having a mod to ban people. I mean, it's not the end of the world, though, is it? Yeah, don't always have to ban people on streams, do you? Sometimes people are really good. Sometimes they're nice. Sometimes people are lovely. Just, maybe it's better to have someone here. Do I have a mod in? Is anyone a mod? Let's scroll up chat. Chunky was here earlier, but this is way past his bedtime. I feel like he's probably fast asleep by now. Doesn't look like we have a mod. Ah, well, never mind. Everyone be careful. Boners a bot. Well, I mean, maybe? Question mark? Possibly? We shall see. Anyway, let's take a little look at what we've got here. Thankfully, they've brought up a ton of tatty old clothes to get rid of, which is very nice. We don't want this bullshit. They're not elves, are they? Ah, thank God they're dwarves. Good. We can sell the wooden bins. Don't have to take everything out individually and sell it to them. Let's take a look at what we've got here. I suppose Nightbot is a mod, but Nightbot is set up to basically only do people's introductions. And to be honest, nobody ever... Only there's 2 or 3 people who use the introductions they've got on this channel. And it's really rare to see one. Other than that, they basically just do movie quotes, don't they? Pull out little Arnie there. Oh, hang on, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, because I did it wrong. There you go. Crom! Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. Anyway, where was I? Let's buy all their bars. They're going to need... Hang on, let's also try... That's better. That's going to give us a better idea of what we're buying and selling. Let's just come down here, clear out their inventory so they've got space to take away all the shit we want them to haul off for us. Excuse me. Oh, do I want to buy all their gems? They can't have bought that much, can they? Let's have a little look through their stuff first then. We can always come through claiming stuff willy-nilly. Get their bars, that's fine. A bit of copper, bit of billion, bit of trifle pewter. Trifle pewter. It's got custard on the top. No, it's cream on top, isn't it? Jelly at the bottom with a bit of sponge in it, and then custard in the middle? I don't know. I never made a trifle. What do you think I am? Some kind of grandmother from the 80s? Clay loam, rope, silk ropes. Do we need silk ropes? We're not opening a bondage dungeon, are we? I've got enough rope. An earthenware knob. Let's find out about the earthenware knob. A wizard staff has a knob on the end. I just need to pause the music so we don't defile Mr. Swirler's musical legacy with this. And now, for those of you who have not been to this stream before, prepare for what many consider to be the crown jewel of this channel. This is some shit. We're going to take a look at the earthenware knob. What do you like? You're worth 150. There's not a particularly exciting description here, but we'll see what goes on. This is an earthenware knob. The knob is a tiny handheld percussion instrument. I get you. It consists of a ceramic block. The musician shakes the block. The instrument has a single high pitch. The instrument has a full, focused, harsh timbre. That was a weird focus, wasn't it? A full, focused, harsh timbre. Okay, so, a really easy one to start us off for the evening. A shaken knob makes a single high pitch. Now, of course, I could lean into the smutty name and say, well, when I shake my knob, I go, and that would be vaguely in line with what we do here. But no, let's put a little bit more seriousness, a little bit more consideration. Let's think about this. A single high pitch played by shaking and a full, focused, harsh timbre. Now, to be honest, what I did there may not be far off of the actual sound of it. Now, the only way it can make, as a ceramic block, sound by being shaken is if the passage of your hand through the air is creating the vibration. So that is a vigorous shaking, very powerful shaking here, and it sounds full, focused, and harsh. I'm going to go for single high pitch. I'm going to use the pitch shifter here. I'm going to lean on the pitch shifter for a bit of assistance, and I'm going to say, how high? Let's go about halfway up, make it a wet mix, and this is what it should sound like. Okay, it's not what I would call one of my favourite musical instruments. I feel like it falls a little short on the pleasant side of things, but who doesn't like shaking their knob? Let's buy it. What about a green glass shizek? Oh my god, they've only bought 2 musical instruments. This is a shit caravan. Okay, what have we got here? Tell me about the shizek. What is it? Is it good? This is a green glass shizek. The keyboard is made from 1 humped camel bone. The case is made from green glass. The bells are made from green glass. Bells, always problematic. The shizek is a mid-sized, handheld glass musical instrument, above which hang 22 glass bells. The musician uses a bone keyboard to select which of these bells are struck. The instrument has a 4.5 octave range, going from a mid-low to an extremely high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a sharp, fluid timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a full, pure, wavering timbre. Okay. So, sharp and fluid in all timbres, but in the low register, it's full, pure, and wavering. Okay. Sharp and fluid, but full, pure, and wavering. And remember, these are bells. So we, of course, have to decide whether they're dingers, dongers, or bingers or bongers. Personally, I like a bong. But I don't think we can get away with a bong that's something that only goes to mid-low pitch, right? It's got to be a bong is a very deep sound. It's a bong. Whereas I feel like this is more of a donger, right? We're getting dings and dongs off of these bells. It's handheld. It can't be that heavy. The bells can't be that big. So it's dinging, donging, maybe even going at the high end all the way up to a tinkle. Tinkle? Maybe? Okay, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for the low register. Full, pure, wavering dongs. Here we go. Oh, of course, don't forget they've got to be fluid and sharp. Dung, 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 dung. No, they're no good. Those are rubbish dongs. Dung, 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 dung. Nothing I have ever done in my life has ever sounded less like a glass bell. This is pathetic. Let's try one more time. It's got to be fluid and sharp. Sharp. Dink, 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 dink. Okay. Pure, full, and wavering. So it's going to be like a ding, 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 ding. Too high. Ding, ding, Too low. Ding, 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 ding. I'm only putting so much effort in because it's the last musical instrument. I feel like we've done the low register no favours. Let's take a little look at the high register. The high register begins at high pitch and has a light, a wispy timbre. Ding, 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 ding. Sharp and fluid? I'm not sure. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. My goodness. Who would have thought that the musical instruments this session would be such duds? First of all, we end up with a fucking vibrating block called a knob, and then we end up with fucking green glass bells? Green glass bells? Come on, Dwarf Fortress. Why you gotta fuck me so roughly? Why don't you just be a bit more gentle? At least spit on my fucking arsehole. Oh, excuse me, did that get a bit too graphic? I think it did. Let's wind that one back a bit. Don't tell anybody. Please no press report. Right, let's get Simon Swerwer back into the mix. He'll bring an element of classiness to the proceedings, won't he? He'll make things slightly less unpleasant to listen to and watch. All right, do we want any of the animals? They've got ganders, turkey gobblers. Oh, I'm a turkey gobbler at Christmas. What have we got here? It's a terrible joke. Dwarven rum. We don't need booze, do we? Dagger Amber's wolf extract. Wolf extract. I'm pretty sure that's wolf extract. Except when it says Dagger Amber's wolf extract, that suggests that it's extract from some kind of necromantic experiment, which is not ideal. Not ideal. I don't really fancy having necromantic extracts in my fortress. Then again, cave spider venom barrel. That's a flex. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Barrels of venom are what I would consider to be the ultimate flex in a fortress, right? What's that you've got there? Some kind of fine wine? No. Far from it, sir. I am far too baller to be keeping barrels of fine wine about my premises. This barrel is completely full of bumblebee venom. Now close your eyes and imagine the number of bees that would have to be squeezed to fill this barrel with their venom. So many. So many. Anyway, sorry, getting a little bit off in the weeds there. Oh, look, there is a bumblebee venom barrel. Nice. Good. Let's buy it. Just to flex. Check out my venom barrels, yo! Do I want any of these picks and battle axes? I don't really. I mean, we could buy them and melt them, but, I mean, we've just elevated ourselves into the adamantine strata, so do we really need to be fannying around with other less cool metals? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Any fannying around we do at this stage with metals is going to be a bit of a waste. But then again, that's Dwarf Fortress, right? It can be a waste. Since when has Dwarf Fortress been about efficiency? Never. Never in my mind, at least. Let's buy some gypsum plaster, just in case we get any broken bones. It's always handy to have some around. Bag of plump helmet spawn. There's some more gypsum plaster. Giant bush tit leather bag. Nope. Quick lime. We could buy some quing lime. Buy the quing lime. Make the plasters. No, I don't think so. Llama wool bags. Dwarven wheat flour bags. Pecan wood chests. It's all very much of a no here. We could buy some bolts. Giant cave spider silk bracelet. Iron and steel anvils. It's basically free metal, right? That you pay for. So not free, but whatever. Why you got to be so fucking pedantic? Should we buy their food? I mean, we have had a few trades where we've bought food, left it in the depot, and then everyone's had to deal with the stink of the decomposing food. Then again, they did bring giant chopped swan liver. Prepared elk heart. Wombat liver. Goat meat. Well, we can afford it. We may as well. What is the worst that could happen? And I know that the worst that could happen is the miasma drives somebody crazy and they go on a murderous rampage. But hey, whatever, right? Whatever. Buy those plump helmets, garlic bulbs, raspberries, garden cress leaves, purple amaranth, blackberries. That's everything, right? We've even bought a little bit of pigtail thread. How delightful. How delightful. Let's keep going down. alpaca wool trousers, bismuth bronze chain leggings, bismuth bronze chain leggings. I don't think so. An eagle leather backpack. I laugh at your eagle leather backpack. My dwarves eat eagle's eggs for breakfast, and not metaphorically. Literally. Eagle's eggs, ostrich eggs, you name an exotic bird, we might be eating its eggs. I mean, don't go too exotic. We don't have any secretary birds. Anything that doesn't actually exist in the world of Dwarf Fortress, definitely don't have that. But eagles, kestrels, the big ones that can't fly, that I just said the name of, which have the giant round eggs, ostriches, no problem. No emus or kakapos, or indeed, what's the other blue-necked, hideous, poisonous kicked bird? Not an emu. Cassowary. We haven't got any cassowaries, have we? I imagine a herd of war cassowaries would be a pretty frightening prospect for anybody being attacked by them, right? They've got that narrow neck and head with a very sort of narrow profile. They're kind of strong against thrusting manoeuvres. Then again, that long, thin neck, very weak against slashing manoeuvres, right? I feel like it's significantly easier to behead a cassowary than a human being. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. If any of you have ever attempted both of those particular beheadings, come forward under a cloak of anonymity. Don't worry, everybody, I will report them to the police. And tell us all about it. Tell us how easy it was to behead that cassowary and how difficult it was getting that whatever it was through the neck of a human. Grim. Very grim. Oh, I haven't reinstated the mandrill command yet. I'm very sorry, Harold Beaver. One day. Somewhere over the rainbow a mandrill cries, screaming aloud with his bright blue face and his red buttocks and thighs. That worked. Wow, everybody just stopped for a moment. That was probably the height of my musical abilities being expressed there. That was the peak. I've peaked. This is the tippy-toppy of the mountain. This is the best my stream will ever get. Bask in it. Baste in it. Marinade in my glory. I allow it. Soak up some of the fucking happy jazz. Happy jazz? What am I talking about? Suddenly my brain kicks into gear and I become conscious again. The words that have been pouring out of my mouth lay in front of me like a glittering carpet of shame. And a little tear comes to my eye as I go, oh, I'm never going to be big, am I? Where were we? The Night Weeps. Hello. It looks like we've got a little bit of vampire fanfic on our hands. Will it be a saucy book, though? Excuse me, and will we be putting it into our library of smut? This is a well-crafted echidna parchment scroll. The rollers are made from bituminous coal. Written on the item is a short story entitled The Night Weeps, authored by Uzbu Salisajuice. Oh, here we go, it's getting good. The work has no particular subject. The writing is as vicious as can be. Oh god, it's 7 lust porn, I don't like it. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Well, we're buying it on the strength of the name of the author. That's it. It's going in the library. Excuse all my huffing and puffing and hiccuping and burping. I am trying to prevent it. I can't help but present it. How about Against Brass Merchant? Now, this sounds like it's going to be a tedious travelogue, right? This is a well-crafted, giant red squirrel parchment scroll. The rollers are made from pyrolusite. Written on the item is a guide entitled Against Brass Merchant, authored by Alatha Twigdriven. It concerns the fortress Brass Merchant. The writing contains some asides related to the author's preferences, and it has rare but particularly exquisite turns of phrase. Overall, the prose is passable. Passable yet exquisite. Interesting. We'll buy it. Slate 4-sided long die. Why not? And a copy of Channel. Let's see what Channel's all about. Hopefully it's a TV-based thing, right? No. This is a Beast of Drown Esteem parchment scroll. The rollers are made from limestone. Written on the item is a novel entitled Channel, authored by Alatha Twigdriven. The work has no particular subject. The writing uses only artful words and phrases selected with care. Overall, the prose is masterful. Oh, very exciting. Let's buy it. I mean, I'm not that interested in reading it, but whatever. The Flea and Cottage. Interesting. Could this be an expose about Hampstead Heath-based exploits of the band Red Hot Chili Peppers? Who knows? Let's take a little look. That was a very convoluted joke. Hopefully at least one of you got that. This is a well-crafted pigtail scroll. It is made from pigtail cloth. The thread is midnight blue with dimple dye. The rollers are made from anhydrite. Written on the item is a short story entitled The Flea and Cottage, authored by Strassost Hatepass. The work has no particular subject. The writing gives a feeling of compassion here and there. Overall, the prose is passable. That's a very tedious book, isn't it? I mean, I'm buying it because I'm just trying to buy all the book shit, but I'm a little bit disappointed. Native silver nest boxes. A granite-bound codex. The musical instruments are a bit of a disappointment, but they do appear to have brought some codices. This is a granite-bound codex. It is studded with black bronze and decorated with superior quality, square, brilliant-cut clear glass gems. The written portion consists of a one-page essay entitled The True Storage, authored by Nguslu Hatredsea. It concerns the storing of the Book of Nguslu Hatredsea in letter lashes by the goblin Unguzlu Hatredsea in the midwinter of 404. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is masterful. I mean, that was a mouthful to read, and not particularly exciting, so I will begrudgingly add it to our library. What about this siltstone-bound affair? This is a siltstone-bound codex. It is encircled with bands of round, brilliant-cut bone opals and tower cap. On the item is an image of coffins in bloodstone. The written portion consists of an 18-page short story entitled Savant and Nothing More, authored by Godin Fountainwing. The work has no particular subject. What is it about this? None of these books are about anything. It's like Seinfeld has suddenly manifested in the library. The writing could only have been produced by a merciful spirit, and it is throughout ornate and refined. Overall, the prose is great. Good. Okay. Interesting. The Savant and Nothing More. I mean, Savant and Nothing More is an interesting title, if nothing else. We'll take it. Maybe it's a sort of dwarven take on the Rain Man story. That's what it could be. It could be what was his name? Kim... It's not Kim Philby. He was a spy. It's not Kim Stanley Robinson. What was the name of the guy that Rain Man was based on? It was Kim something. Famous, really famous for his feats of memory and... Kim... I'll have to look it up another time. Yeti parchment sheet? No, thank you. Giant bobcat parchment sheet? No, I'm not really interested in sheets. I'm only interested in codices, tomes, and other such scrolls. Well, so far I've only found £7,000 worth of shit to buy from them, and we have quite a lot of tat to offload on them. So let's see... What the hell happened there? Shift enter, mark all goods for trade. No! For fuck's sake! Right, let's get rid of all these tatty clothes. For those not in the know, all the clothes that have X's next to them, they are in a state of disrepair, and we're getting rid of them by sending them off to whoever turns up to trade. Apparently, they like our tatty old shit, and they will pay prices for them. Doesn't matter how big the prices are, they are prices. Let's put this finished goods bin in. Here's a weapon bin filled with serrated green glass discs. We don't actually want to get rid of those, so we're not going to sell that. Actually, are they not? They're not that high quality, are they? And selling them will prompt the dwarf to make more, and it's not like we're ever going to run out of sand. I could just press Ctrl-T and sell everything. Then again, I noticed that we have a few eye-wateringly expensive bits of kit in here, and maybe selling 3 artifacts for basically nothing is a bad move. Yes, let's not do that. Let's instead go through, carefully pick out all the tat that I want to sell, and oh god, I'm already bored, let's just sell everything. Fuck it, let's just... whatever. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Okay, don't sell the artifacts though. That doesn't want to sell, that doesn't want to sell, that doesn't want to sell. Let's sell all the spiked copper balls, even though that's £55,000 worth of trade goods. There we go. We've also got a couple of serrated green glass discs in there. That's fine. An enormous iron corkscrew. Don't really need that. All good. No artifacts. No artifacts. How about these green glass goblets? Let's get rid of those. Don't want those. Another one there. We're giving them 69,000 trade credits with a profit of 62,000. I feel like this guy is going to be pretty happy with this deal, right? He's going to go straight home and just have a whale of a time, I would guess, right? Another finished goods bin, get rid of all this crap. Don't want all these tatty old mechanisms. Get rid of those. Come on, out of here, out of here. I should have just sold everything. Mind you, we didn't sell the artifact, so it's all good. Right, so that's 81 grand. I feel like I may as well just buy shit off of them to get some of our value back here, right? Let's buy all their clay, all their ropes. Fuck it. I might need to make a special stockpile for ropes. Water skins. Oh, there we go. The knob and the shizek are coming with me.
Your knob and your shizek are coming with me. I'll play music on them over my bended knee.
Okay, that didn't work. And we were doing so well with the music, weren't we? There were so many, like, passable moments, and then I had to do that, didn't I? I had to fuck it all up. What a dickens. What a little tinkle tits. God, let's buy some... let's just buy some metal shit. Iron picks. No, I'm not buying wooden training spears. What do you think I am? Some kind of fucking madman? Oh yeah, let's buy a load of wood weapons. Then again, thinking about it, I suppose a spear, if any of the weapons is going to be made of wood, is going to be the one, right? Still, it's okay. Crossbow, training sword. No, wait, that was a larch training sword. We don't want that. No larch. Just metals, please. Just sweet, sweet metals, which we can use to melt down and create bars, and then we can stud our goods with them. It's so exciting. Iron mace, bronze pick, excuse me with the silly voices. Bismuth bronze battle axe, crossbow, yeah. No pecan wood, thank you. Bronze, sure. Bismuth bronze. Bronze. Oh, we're going to end up with shitloads of bronze, aren't we? Bronze I don't need or want, but hey ho. Cave spider silk socks? Why not? Let's buy a couple of cave spider silk socks. Shields, bismuth bronze, bronze buckler, bismuth. They're all about the copper and the bronze, aren't they? They're a bit light on the steel, I would say. Well. Okay. Excuse me. There's a steel helm, lovely. Can't melt a sheep wool hood, that's no use. They're still making 57 grand profit, and I am getting very bored. Very bored of all this bullshit. I can't be arsed. I'm about to give up. I've given up. There we go, let's just trade.
Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods?
Fuck it. Go.
I wish I could take so much, but my animals...
Oh, you and your bloody weight limits. You know what you can do with your weight limits, right? You can stick them so far up your bottom that if I gaze deep into your eyes, I can see them as outlines on the back of your retinas. How about that? Is that far enough up your bottom? Sorry. A little bit overwhelmed there. Do I buy all these leather bags? Oh, Jesus, there's so much stuff. What can I take off of my side? Actually, I could just press Ctrl-T and buy everything they've brought, right? How much is that going to work out as? Oh my god, they're still making 40 grand profit. Please take all this tat with you. Yeah? Is it only per page? If I press Ctrl-T... Oh, Shift-Enter, that's what I want to press. Bang. Yeah. Okay. Good. Just check I haven't marked up those things. That's good. They're making 6 grand profit. That'll be fine, right? Trade. You what? You want to take one of my artifacts? Oh. How about we bend you over, and without any kind of lubrication or greasing, we press Eteban Erinillimol against your ring piece and force it into your bottom until it hurts. And then carry on. Let's have a little look here. What does this say?
This is a short alpaca wool skirt. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round schist cabochons, decorated with chestnut, and encircled with bands of cushion red flash opal cabochons and goat bone. It is made from alpaca wool cloth. This object is adorned with hanging rings of native platinum and menaces with spikes of alpaca wool and cat leather. On the item is an image of the worthless winnower, the Railgar crown, in milk quartz. On the item is an image of a menacing spike in sheep wool. On the item is an image of rose-cut gems in sheep wool. I mean, this is a fairly fancy bit of kit to be selling. 84 grand's worth of basic value. And you think I'm going to put that on your tab and go, yeah, just take it. Oh, I don't need any of that shit anymore. It's just artifacts, isn't it? No. If anything, I'm going to be taking some shit off of yours. You see these two bismuth bronze left gauntlets? This bismuth bronze left and right gauntlet? They're coming off the list. Let's see if you'll buy now. There we go. He seems pleased with the trading, which is good. I like it. And now we've got only a little bit left in our trade depot. Mostly, I note, artifacts. Good. And of course everything we bought from them, which will end up being an astronomical amount of shit. Oh dear. Oh no. Right, let's ignore that now and go down to the mining again and see what's going on here. Are we about to breach the caverns? Expose ourselves to a nice flood of water? Oh, he says, dropping the keyboard. Let's have a little look at the old chat. Hello, Vasindir. Oh my goodness, you were here so long ago and I completely missed you. How rude of me. What a barbarian. What a monster. What a flaming, flickering arse candle. Thank you for joining us. And a Tinky Dink. I mean, we could go with the Tinky Dink for the bells, but I'm not what you would call excellent with the bells. It's not my forte. I am very poor at the percussion instruments. Stringed instruments, your blown wood and wind instruments, oh, fantastic. But the percussion, it's my weak spot. Unexpected nosedive to the pink place. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of that, right? Do I need to train an armourer or weaponsmith? I do, so some of that stuff I bought there for smelting will be quite handy, actually. Let's not forget that. I tried training an attack pack of cassowaries in Rimworld. It did not go well. Well, I bet so. They're treacherous bastards, the old cassowaries. They have a small weakness to projectiles. Oh, okay. It wasn't band drilled. It just never got re-implemented. You remember when I broke my OBS setup and I screwed up all of my settings for Dwarf Fortress? The Crom and the Boo are recreations of what they were before, without the sound, thankfully. And I just never got round to redoing the mandrill. I'll get round to it. I'm trying to do more of those kind of little pop-up things. Give the subs something, because obviously, I mean, I've got 30 subs, and this kind of content cannot possibly justify that level of reward, right? That's madness. I've got to do something. I've got to give them something to validate their decisions, haven't I? Or do I? Do I just lord it over people? Do I just make little bits of paper that look a bit like pieces of money but actually have the names of my subs written on, and do I waft them in people's faces and go, oh, I notice you don't have any subs on Twitch. Well, Nan, I do, making me vastly superior to you. And I'll sort of waft them in her face for no real reason, and she'll like ask me questions like, what's Twitch? Potentially even, who are you? But not probably not. Anyway, let's have a little look down here. I'm raising cassowaries, pythons and rattlesnakes in my fort. Can't wait to test them out. Well, you know what? Personally, I've been having a little dream of setting up a system whereby I can drop venomous snakes onto my enemies in Dwarf Fortress. And so far, nothing has come of it. It's been a big fat waste of time. It's just been a silly dream. A silly dream floating around in my head. But that's okay, right? That's fine. I mean, ideally that's where you want dreams. Floating around in your head. Once they get out of your head, they can cause trouble, right? I've seen the BFG, I know what happens.
I thought you were going to say you were raising cassowaries, pythons and rattlesnakes in the real life, and I was about to press X to doubt. I was going to say, oh really, are you? And where are you? And then you would have said something like Australia, and I'd have been like, oh, all right. I suppose it is a global platform. Anyway, what time is it? Oh my god, it's 20 to 3 in the morning. 20 to 3 in the morning, which means that soon I will be winding up. So, let me just get my phone here. Obviously you can't see me because the camera's bust, but I'm going to pop into the Twitch app on my iPhone 6 here. Oh yes, very high tech. Come on, bow to my technological advancement. No, I don't need an app update. I just want to have a look at who's streaming. Fucking hell, there's 208 people watching Dwarf Fortress. Ah, okay. Blue Zest is streaming. That makes sense. 178 viewers. Grats, sir. Well done. 18 here. And we've also got Niridan with 12. Who do we raid? Do we go and say hi to Blue Zest again? We do have a working relationship, so to speak, with old BZ. Or do we raid Niridan? I mean, it's a choice that chat can make, I feel. Chat can choose who we raid. It'll be fine. Why have we suddenly... Ask Candles the Farmer has withdrawn from society. Let's unpause and see what he gets up to. What are you gonna do here, huh? We've lost him. We've lost Ask Candles. There's no way we don't have an appropriate... Here we go, look, it's come over here. Craftsdorf Workshop. Ah, the blandest of the workshops to claim in a mood, I see, sir. Well, let's see how you deal with it. Make us something cool, something glorious, something amazing, something worthy of bookending the stream. Should we do that? Shall I say that the stream ends when the artifact arrives? Oh, that's a looming deadline, isn't it? That's a shadow cast across the stream. That's the impending ending. Oh, that sounds nice. I like saying that. Impending ending. Ooh. Don't impend my end. Right, let's try putting some stairs here as well. Let's see what the figgins is going on. Oh! Tits on a witch. Let's try again. DI, there we go, that's what we want. Let's dig out up downstairs there. Wait a fucking minute. That's going down. I don't want to go down, I want to go up. Don't tell me I've been going down with all these stairs. Oh, fudge knuckles. Let's pop a little hole there, pop one there. Let's see how that works out. Get digging, boys. I want water and I want artifact by the end of the stream. That is the dream. The merchants have embarked on their journey. Goodbye, merchants. Flip a coin, says Dr. Phineas. Oh my god, that's so far outside of the realms of my regular personality. Niridan does charity streams for sick kids, so it kind of feels bad not to raid them. That's true. But I would like to point out that we should also take into account that Jimmy Savile did a lot of things for access to sick kids. So, you know, let's just temper our admiration with the possibility that bad things happen in the world. Why did I go there? Why did I have to take something beautiful and then stuff it up my bum? What was that all about, right? That was terrible, wasn't it? You're more than welcome, Righteous. Happy to stream. It is, after all, my hobby. Have they claimed? They've claimed the workshop, haven't they? We're just waiting for them to make their artifact. The traders are leaving, and there is a ton of useless tat in that fortress. Hopefully, useless tat for which we have stockpiles that the dwarves will move it to. But of course, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that our useless tat will be stored anywhere in particular. It may, in fact, just be left there. How much space have we got left in the? How much space have we got left in the stockpiles here for food? Very, very little. Oh, bugger. The fish stockpile is surprisingly full, considering we stopped all of our fisher dwarves going out. Also, surprisingly free of miasma. None of this stuff has been put in barrels or pots or in any way been treated, and they've just left it on the floor. So, interesting. Interesting. Lots of pond turtles, lots of fish, lots of cave lobsters. Okay. Okay. Maybe they'll move the food down, maybe they won't. Maybe I need to expand what we've got here. Maybe I need to make a little bit more space for food storage, because otherwise we're going to end up just losing a load of it, and that's no use. Best to keep it, I would say. Alright, is anyone digging here? Anyone getting their diggly wiggly on? Because I would really quite love it if you did. Diggy diggy?
You are all dwarves and you should be digging holes. Diggly diggly holes.
There we go. Do that. Ooh. Migrants have arrived. Interesting. Hopefully that was just different enough from the original to avoid any kind of copyright strike. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Well, Bergendorf is playing Ark, apparently. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. Okay, it's 2:45 and we still don't have that artifact. What's the deal, Fortress? Why you no grant artifact? I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for the artifact, we'll go over to Dwarf Therapist and we'll have a little peeky poo. We'll have a little gazy ways at our new migration wave. We had 95 adults, 1 child and 0 vulnerable babies. And now we've got 102 adults, 1 child and 0 vulnerable babies. Excuse me, little burpy burp. Hello. Well, I see we've attracted another blood-sucking fiend to the fortress. Dodok Buketuchir. He's a vampire. He's 420 years old, and he's currently at a stress level of 0. So relaxed, so calm, so happy. Okay, so obviously we're going to have to deal with the vampire at some point, otherwise he's going to start box drinking people, and we don't want that. Is he good at anything in particular? No, his skills are pretty cack. He's a level 2 weaponsmith. That's not really going to get you on the protected profession list very quickly, is it? How about your military skills? Well, of course you've killed a lot. He's killed Zon Tramelbus the Dwarf in 274 and 156 other kills, including 152 humans and 4 goblins. Great. His Axe Dwarf skill is actually quite good. Level 4. Maybe he has a place in our vampire military squad. By which I mean, of course he does. Where else is he going? Let's take a look at the labours of the others who've arrived. We've got a pretty good doctor. Level 10 suturing and dressing wounds. And level 1 diagnosis. I mean, yes please. Put you in the medical team. And other than that, we've got level 6 leatherworking, level 10 stone crafting, and pretty much fuck all else. Which is disappointing, but you know, that's the nature of the migration wave, right? Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get shit ones. And at least we got a vampire, right? Let's have a look. Is there can I do to get that vampire in the right place? Well, first of all, I need to go to the military screen. We're gonna have to hunt him down and figure out what his real name is, aren't we? You know what? Sod it. We'll leave the vampire till next time. Surely I'll remember something as important as a vampire, right? Right? We'll see. I'm going to monitor the mining situation up until the point we get that artifact, and then I think we're going to be calling time on the stream. Miners don't seem interested in the least in digging any more of these stair designations, so don't know what's going on there. Are the gates open? The gates are very much open. What's this? Copper pick. Just dumped on the floor. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't you leave your copper pick there? I mean, it's not like it's an important tool for your profession. God, good grief. Some people. 420 years old and stress 0. I think I know how he got there. Actually, it all falls into place. All becomes clear. He's a weed pyre. A vampire? I don't know. Some kind of vampiric entity. Hopefully someone in honour of his arrival in the fortress will do one of those cool Snoop Dogg anime intro videos. Have you all seen that? Those videos where they redo anime intros and they put Snoop Dogg in it? And it basically is constantly everyone going, na 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 na, smoke weed! Oh my god, they're funny. Well, the good one's funny. The bad ones are like, well, you tried. You tried. Keep trying. Make a good one. Yeah, that's how it works. So, that item isn't appearing, is it? Should we go and check to see if they're actually capable of getting all the things they need? We might have another one of those wooden bottlenecks. Oh, we bloody well have, haven't we? So, stacked leather, fine. Skeletons, well, there's bones right here. Quarry, right, if you can't get stone, you're an idiot. Shining bars of metal, plenty of that knocking around. A forest, let's check the wood stockpile. Oh, and what a surprise, no wood. Not a single log. Okay, let's say what? Say what? DT. There we go. Then I'll designate personally a few trees to be hacked down. Because it's going to be important that we have wood. What's this? What the hell is this creature? A dingo. Overcome by terror. Sure. Okay. Why not? I mean, I don't know what it's scared of, but apparently there's something here that terrifies the dingoes. Good. Good, I say. Don't let the dingoes go about their day-to-day life without a little bit of fear, a little bit of spice. Right, what are we going to remove from his thing? Allanite. Well, that's what the thing's made of. Orthoclase, billion bars, or iron bars? Well, I think we'll go with the iron bars. What the fuck is billion? What is billion? Does anyone know what billion is? It sounds fancy, but it's probably not, right? Is it like tiny bullion? Little bars of gold, but not made out of gold, made out of fool's gold. That's what billion is. Fool's gold billion. Ah, right, he's off. He's doing stuff at least. That's the main thing. He's got his bars. What have you got this time? What have you brought to the workshop this time? Anything exciting? Anything that's going to make me want to touch myself? More iron bars. All right then. All right then. Whatever. If you don't want to get creative with it, if you don't want to use any of the exciting materials we have available to you, feel free. Just pick up any old bullshit. Make a boring item out of boring bits. Why don't you? Why don't you? Remember that program? Anyone remember watching Why Don't You when it was on telly? There was a character called Ben who was pitched as a mad scientist, and I built my young life around emulating him. I thought he was the coolest person in the world. Turns out there were actually cooler people out there. Isn't it funny that, isn't it? Bizarre. Right, come on everybody, chop down these poxy trees, let's get some wood on the go, and then as soon as he makes his artifact, I can go and raid somebody else and improve the evening of somebody on Twitch. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Let me do a refresh, make sure Niridan's still streaming. What have we got here? Niridan is still streaming. Oh, we've got more. We've got Nico live as well. Uh-oh, there's now... Oh, Nico Live is doing something interesting. He appears to be recreating the album cover of The Dark Side of the Moon in Dwarf Fortress. Okay. Alright, you win, Nico. I'll raid that. I want to see how that's panning out. That looks pretty damn cool. The tree's gone dying. The tree's gone down. Here comes Moody, running up to grab the wood. As you do. All dwarves love to grab a bit of wood. Every now and again, obviously. For decoration, not for main construction. Stone, of course, the superior material. I mean, wood? Ugh, disgusting. No way. Like, stone? Yes, please. Very much so. Oh my goodness, I faltered there. You hear that? My brain turned off for a second and the words just wouldn't come. And then there was a sigh of relief and everybody went, it's finished. It's finished. I can finally stop watching the car crash. Oh, that was weird. That was intense. Come on, get back to your workshop and make something with those logs. Don't make this take forever. It's 2:53 in the morning. You could move faster than this, right? I'm starting to get that slightly too tired feeling where you start to feel cold and hot at the same time. You know that? Has anyone ever stayed up too late and experienced this? I'm all too familiar with it. Excuse me. It's been a non-stop cavalcade of burping, farting and hiccuping all night. I'm surprised any of you have hung around, but thank you for doing so. Thank you for doing so. Oh, we're going to be waiting forever for this artifact, aren't we? Do I just leave it and enjoy what comes next session, or do we tough it out? Do we hold on for the dream artifact? What do we reckon it is? Could be some kind of floodgate. Maybe, what else do they make at mechanics? Oh, sorry, Craftsdwarf's workshops. Could be anything, couldn't it? The options in the Craftsdwarf workshop are many and varied. Oh, Mr. Swerwer, you appear to have gone silent. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you for your music, Mr. Swerwer. He's off. He's off to get another piece of material. That's good. That suggests the bottleneck has been opened. Which is nice. Pull that cork out, have a sniff. What is it? Oh no, it's a bottle of piss! Hooray!
You have discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Right,
we don't need any of these other designations now. We can remove those. And look at this. We've breached in the water as well. Everything is just as we wanted. Excellent news. Good. So now we unpause. Let's get back to where my dwarves are. There we go. Unpause and run. Run as fast as your little legs will carry you. Or get swept down the stairs. That's also an option. Unfortunately, we appear to have acquired smears and spatterings of Friday's blood all over the place. I suspect he didn't manage to keep his footing when the water started pouring through. However, once he's at the bottom of the stairs, he appears to be in the dry now. He should be able to escape. Look at it. He's made it. Not a problem. Let's quickly go up a floor. Put in the order to close the floodgates. Add pull now. Bosh. There we go. Unpause. And hope that somebody gets in there quick enough. Or this guy does it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You going to pull the lever? Fuck no, he says. I'm out of here. I've been bashed about by tumultuous water. I'm not going to hang around here flipping switches for you. What kind of a mug do you take me for? Okay. Water's coming through a bit slowly, but that's okay. Somebody came down the stairs. Did they flip the switch, though? That's the question. I'm not entirely sure if the switch was flipped. Is that pick going to be brought down here with the water through the gates? I don't think they have flipped the switch, have they? Let's click on it and see what it says. Nope, it has yet to be flipped. It's okay though, we can allow a little bit of water through. It doesn't matter if a little bit of water gets into the chamber. I mean, ultimately we intend to flood it anyway. It's just, it feels a little bit more, cool if I manage to keep it dry for this bit. Gonna flip that switch? Where's my switch flippers? Where are my flippy switchers at? Who's gonna flip my switch? Is it gonna be you? No. We need to get rid of this thingy here. There we go. Get rid of that dumping zone, because otherwise people are going to be traipsing down here to bung in their clothes, and we don't want that. We want their clothes to be elsewhere. Okay, it's flipped. Is it closed? It's closed. Bish, bash, bosh. It looks like we've got everything set up for the next session nicely. Incredible. Amazing. Fantastic. Let's just take a moment to note just how vomit-strewn this corridor is. All this green here, some of the noobs among you may be looking at it going, oh, that's obviously grass growing in this soily corridor. Nope, that's sick mud. That's ankle-deep mud made of just soil and vomit. Yum. Or sand, red sand and vomit. Ooh, the mysterious construction has been begun. Been begun? Has begun? Was began. Beganned? Begonned? They've started making it. It's all good. It's all good. So let's just wait for this, and then once we've seen our little artifact, I'll send you guys off on a raid. If, of course, any of you are still here. Let's have a look. I'll do a cheeky check on my view figures. Let's see what it says. 13! Oh my goodness, we've already jettisoned quite a few viewers. Mind you, it is 3 in the morning. You would expect people to be falling, right? There's going to be a certain degree of attrition in these small hours, and that's understandable. Come on, mate. Come on, arse candles. You've got some sheep bones, some raw green glass, a little bit of orthoclase, some rough yellow zircons, sheep leather, billion bars, and iron bars. What masterfully wrought artifact are you going to boggle our minds with now? Come on, show us the true power of dwarven craft skills. Reveal how good we are, which is supposedly very, very good. Come on. Come on. You could do it. I realise now I'm sitting here just talking to a dwarf sitting in his workshop who we don't need to watch because we will be summoned forth when it comes time to actually deal with it. Let's take a little peek at this. So, sure, we have yet to fill the room with water, but we've got everything set up and prepared and attached to an infinite source of cavern water, which is good, right? Hopefully nothing will be able to get down that pipe and smash through those floodgates. That would be awkward, but we'll see how it pans out. Maybe, maybe not. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't lost more frames to this little hole here, right? This body of water is highly agitated. It was standing still, 7s everywhere, and now suddenly there's 6s and 7s dancing all over the surface. Shouldn't worry though, it'll all flood in from the edge of the screen. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nobody needs to panic. Everyone can remain calm.
Remain as calm as you possibly can. Take a deep breath.
There we go.
Arscandal's Ubulzuntir the farmer has created Castol Woodness, an orthoclase figurine of dwarves. She offers it to the bearded machine.
Well, let's take a little look and see what we've ended up with. Shift L. There we go.
Castol Woodness, the emancipated tenacity, an orthoclase figurine of dwarves,
worth 51 grand.
This is an orthoclase figurine of dwarves. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterfully designed image of dwarves in orthoclase by Arscandal's Ubulzuntir. The dwarves are laughing. The artwork relates to a recital of the Torp Festival held by the triangular town in Torrid Bridges as part of the Festival of Tors in the late summer of 306 during the 252nd poetry recital of the Festival of Tors. Jesus, that's a mouthful. It is decorated with square, brilliant cut green glass gems and sheep leather and encircled with bands of round yellow zircon cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of billion and menaces with spikes of orthoclase, iron, and sheep bone. On the item is an image of a marquee-cut gem in chestnut.
Well, there we go. The emancipated tenacity, the final artifact of the stream. And honestly, the fact that it's a laughing dwarf, I like. I think we might be able to do some fun stuff with that. We'll stick it somewhere in the fortress. Everyone will get a chance to see it. It'll be great. It'll be great. There we go. There's the game being saved and closing down. Let's head over to the home screen and say to those of you watching the recording on YouTube, thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Bye.